really old.
The Scott Recreation Commission invites you to come get fit in their fitness center. No matter what your focus is, the Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio. With an affordable membership, you're able to access not only the fitness area, but also group fitness classes. Find out your workout opportunities at the Scott Recreation Commission Fitness Center, 912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
Protect your bottom line with crop insurance from Farm Bureau Financial Services. Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City and Leota can help you select the right federal crop and crop hail insurance options for your farming operation. Call Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City or Leota today to discuss affordable programs, competitive tools, and resources that can benefit your business. Now that's smarter insurance for agriculture. Western Agricultural Insurance Company, an equal opportunity provider.
Don't let Christmas shopping be stressful. Ease the stress with a trip to your Christmas shopping destination, Giftologist in Scott City and Leota. Inside Giftologist, Santa's helpers have the store stocked full of great gift ideas. View their lineup of fine jewelry, collegiate items, home decor, and so much more. Also check out the variety of popular cookware and grillware for the family chef. Why go out of town when you can get quality stocking stuffers at great prices? And don't forget that Giftologist has gift wrapping.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Proud to call your community our home also.
Back here to Saturday night there, and I know for still a pretty young team, even though you're 4 games in, I guess you can't consider them young anymore, but that's a big confidence win over a veteran squad.
You know, the girls just really rotated well in their defense. You know, they really got out there and defended the on-the-ball screens that Garden put on us, and they just knew how everybody was going to be moving, and it's really nice when they work together as a unit. Together already this early in the season.
And you had to, it was really your 2 veterans that took over in those, especially the last 3 quarters. I don't know if I've ever seen it where all your scoring came from just 2 players in the final 24 minutes.
You know, they just have this drive to win. You know, whoever needs to pick up the slack, they're going to get it done. You know, Brooke started it off and really went hard to the basket, taking the shots that she needed to, and then late in the game, Erica started coming off this dribble and getting some shots and taking it to the basket, and so they both really stepped up and just kind of put the team on their back and said, let's go, we're going to win this thing.
And, you know, I know some of the others didn't score. They had chances there, but I thought you had a lot of other players that really did a lot of great things that may not have shown up in the final score.
You know, we talk about that all the time, the little things to make your teammates look great. That's the thing we always talk about. And, you know, somebody has to set the screen for Erica to get the drive. You know, somebody has to make the pass to get Brooke a post move. Somebody's, you know, always going and getting those little rebounds to not give the other team a second shot. So, you know, there's so many little things that you don't see when you look at the box scores, but they are so critical to every win that we get.
Once again, Coach Amy Felker here in the pregame tonight. Scott City takes on the Cimarron Blue Jays. They're coming off their first defeat of the year on Saturday night in their home tournament against Holcomb in 49-40, but it sounded like they had some foul trouble with Kayla Miller there in that first half that really kind of hindered them a little bit. But you see Cimarron, what are you expecting to see tonight here in this contest?
Well, you know, Michaela is just going to come out and she's going to be her, you know, she's going to shoot, she's going to drive, she's going to go to the inside. She's going to go wherever there's a hole in our defense. So we're going to have to make sure that our defense always sees where she's at and make sure we have 1 or 2 girls on her. You know, the rest of the team, you know, they work hard. They're scrappy on defense. They do what they have to do to get Michaela the ball, and then when you leave them wide open, then they're going to make you pay. So we're just not going to let any of those girls have anything easy.
Going to be a tough test there. A lot of height there, height advantage for Cimarron, and the last couple of years they've kind of, or last year especially, they've kind of had the better end on the glass there on the rebounds. What do you try to do to maybe counter that here tonight to give yourselves the opportunity to come out with a big victory?
You know, we're just going to have to take advantage of what we can. You know, we're going to have to still drive to the basket, but we're going to have to really make a lot of ball fakes and get Michaela up and then, you know, try to get around her. We're going to have to be ready on the outside. Some of the girls that aren't scoring a lot are going to have to, you know, really step up tonight and have confidence in their shots and get those, because they're going to put a lot of extra effort on Erica and not letting her get her shots from the perimeter. So we're going to have to work extra hard from the other 4 on the court.
Should be a good matchup here tonight. A non-league game league opponent here tonight. Scott City and Cimarron coming up here short. Coach Amy Felker joining us here pregame. And Coach, once again, thank you for the time and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver coach Amy Felker. Pregame brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Benz and Scott City and Leota. More to come in a pregame show. I'll break down the matchup. Also bring you starters, keys, and the tip-off after this break. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Faro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current Beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We are more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinics.
And we're back here inside the Scott Community Event Center. Adam Kadavy once again here tonight. As tonight it is Scott City and Cimarron here doing battle here for the first of two meetings. The second meeting of the season will be back in Cimarron. That'll count toward the league standings. That'll be on the 27th of January. We should have a good one here tonight. A good doubleheader here with Scott City and Cimarron. One thing of note here tonight, Scott City will be without Brooke Strine, who's unavailable tonight. So Scott City lose a big presence down low, but Scott City will fill in with Avery Lewis, so we'll get the start there for Scott City. So big develop there, no Brooke Strine, and it'll be tough not having her tonight, but she's expected to return soon here. But for Scott City and Cimarron, these are two teams that battled pretty well last year, I should say. The game last year in Cimarron ended up being 52-40. Scott City had the lead going into the fourth quarter, and then Cimarron went on a huge run in that fourth quarter. And then in January here, Cimarron had the lead throughout, and Lady Beavers got close but fell 4 points short there, 50-46. But should be a battle here tonight between these two programs. Of course, Scott City averaging 41.5 points a game through their first four games, and back-to-back games in the 30s. But they were 1-1 of those, losing to a pretty good Liberal team. And I think the team that could surprise some teams in WAC this year are the Liberal Lady Redskins. And then a big win over Garden City, a very veteran Garden City team, on Saturday game where Scott City saw Erica Felker and Brooke Strine score the final, they each had 16 points. They had 32 of their 36, but they were the only players that scored in the last 24 minutes of the ball game for Scott City. So that was that's a stat you don't see very often, but there were a lot of different contributions across the board by all the others, and it was one of those games where Scott City found a way to get it out there in the fourth quarter, come back and win it, and hold off a late shot by Garden City to win that one by the count of 36-34. Cimarron this year, they are 3-1 on the year, coming off a 16-7 season last year where they lost to Hugoton in the sub-state championship game. And they are led, of course, by Michaela Miller, a four-year starter for Cimarron. She signed her letter of intent a month ago to play for nationally ranked Creighton Lady Blue Jay team. So she should fit in pretty good. The 6'1" senior, she can play inside, she can play outside and run the points, but she'll be a factor. She averages 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. A pretty healthy stat line there for her this year, but they also do have a pretty good senior cast as well with them, with her Taryn Jansen, Caitlin Sonde, both each average around 8 points a ball game. A lot of size for Cimarron, which Scott City's been, I guess, used to here over the last few games, but should be interesting there. Holcomb would hold Cimarron to their season low of 40 points on Saturday in the Blue Jay Invitational Championship game, 49-40, as Holcomb beat out Cimarron there, and Miller got into foul trouble there in that first quarter, or first half, excuse me, not first quarter, but first half, and it kind of really turned the tide in Holcomb's favor, and the Lady Longhorns with a big victory there, and they knocked off Cimarron after Cimarron beat Holcomb first game of the year, 52-43. And the Lady Blue Jays also with big wins over Southwestern Heights, 61-55. And I'll say this, that's while Southwestern Heights' record maybe not as good right now, or they haven't been as good as year past, but they're starting to improve a little bit down there in Rural Kismet there. And Sublette 65-23 thrashing by the Blue Jays to make it to that Blue Jay Invitational Championship game on Saturday last week. But Scott City, after tonight, they will go to Colby on Friday, host Goodland on Tuesday next week, and then it's a Christmas break after that. But, boy, what a rough stretch here for Scott City and the Lady Beavers here. Here's their next few games, including tonight. Cimarron, you go to Colby, who is 2-1, Goodland, who's 4-0, Hugoton, who's 2-1, Holcomb, who's 3-1. That's their schedule coming up over the next 5 games, including tonight, and that's a really rough one. And then you got the Sterling Invitational, which is always going to be tough every year. But that's kind of the way things look. And across the GWAC tonight, pretty light load here. This is one of the few games going on. Scott City and Cimarron only head-to-head league, even though it's a non-league, it counts as a non-league matchup. The league game will be played in Cimarron on the 27th. And then also tonight, so you have Euless as they head west to take on the Stanton County Trojans. That's got to be a fun little rivalry. I don't know when the last time those two schools have played each other, but that's pretty cool. Just about 20 miles apart there between those two teams, towns, and communities. And then you have Hugoton taking on the Southwestern Heights Mustangs as well tonight, and battle there of Old High Plains foes there tonight in Rural Kismet. Colby and Holcomb were scheduled to play down in Holcomb tonight, but that game got postponed until January 5th, that doubleheader. They had blizzard-like conditions in the Colby area today, and so that really was the big factor that, and travel discouraged there, so they canceled that for tonight, moved it to January 5th, which is going to be a Thursday night in Holcomb. So that's what's going on in the league. And heading into tonight, kind of taking a look at the early picture of the sub-state standings. On the girls' side, Goodland, the lone undefeated team at 4-0. You have Cimarron, Scott City, and Holcomb all at 3-1. Colby at 2-1. Lakin and Southwestern Heights all at 2-2, and Larned at 1-3 in the girls' side. Lakin's game with Sublette was, I believe I saw right, was postponed tonight. And then on the boys' side, Colby lone unbeaten at 3-0. Then you have Goodland, Scott City, and Holcomb all at 3-1. Cimarron at 2-2. Lakin and Larned both at 1-3. And Southwestern Heights at 0-4 coming in tonight. So that's how the sub-state standings look. It's very early in the slate as well, of course, but that's how that looks. Should be a fun doubleheader tonight. It always is between Scott City and Cimarron. Let's go ahead and pause for this station identification. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 car trips, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom applications. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
We're going straight to the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand and pay honor to America and her troops at home and abroad as the SCHS Pep Band, directed by Elizabeth Jensen, plays our national anthem.
The world needs more farmers, people who know the land, people who support rural communities, people who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi.
Wanted to have you back here at the Scott Community Event Center. Adam Kadavy with you here tonight, here on a cold, blustery Tuesday night outside. Here we get to your starting lineups here, presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. Free bill pay and online banking. Safe, secure, and easy to use. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. as we get started here at Cimarron, coached by Austin Stebbins in his second season, assisted by Casey Flax and Taylor Jantz, a former Cimarron Blue Jay herself. Chloe Bertelson, the 5'4 senior, averaging 3.2 points and 2 boards a game. Taryn Jantz, the 5'10 senior at 8 points, 3.2 boards a game. Jana Wilson is a 5'8 junior at 4 points, 3.5 rebounds a game. And Michaela Miller, the Creighton signee, at 6'1 senior, 24 points and nearly 11 boards per game. And Caitlin Sunday, she is a 6'1 senior at 8 points and nearly 8 boards a game. Chloe Bertelson, Taryn Jantz, Jana Wilson, Michaela Miller, and Caitlin Sunday, the 5 on the floor to begin tonight for the Cimarron Blue Jays. For the Scott City Beavers, coached by Amy Felker in her third season, assisted by Aaron Myers. It'll be Brentley Stevens, the 5'6 junior, averaging at around 2 rebounds per ball game. Kendall Gentry, she's a 5'3 sophomore, 3.3 points and 3.7 rebounds a game. Erica Felker, the 5'6 junior, 12.8 points, 2.3 rebounds, and 3.3 assists a game. Mackenzie Metzger, the sophomore, at 5'5", at around 2.8 points and 2.3 boards a game. And Avery Lewis getting her first career start tonight, the sophomore, at 5'9", at 1.8 points, 3.3 boards a game. Brinley Stevens, Kendall Gentry, Erica Felker, Mackenzie Metzger, and Avery Lewis, the 5 to start tonight for the Scott City Lady Beavers. Those are your Security State Bank starting lineups. As they're wrapping up the starters here, got the big spirit line from the students, high school, middle school, even some young elementary kids out there in the court. As we will get to keys to the game here, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Go the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with their policy holders. Keys tonight for Scott City, I think the big key is just keeping Cimarron in front of you. They're a pretty good team inside and outside. Keeping them in front of you, I think, don't panic is another one for Scott City. Don't panic and just believe in yourself. Play with confidence. Those are your keys tonight, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. As we're moments away from tip-off here, the officials, Lane Biggie, Matt Merle, and Jared Hendricks, your officials here for tonight's ball game. Cimarron in the road, light blue uniforms with the dark blue numbers and letters in the white trim. Scott City wearing the home white tops, navy blue numbers and letters in the lighter blue trim. It'll be Avery Lewis against Michaela Miller in the center, and Cimarron will win the tap as we are underway. Cimarron, as I see it up top here, moving from right to left here in half number 1. The Lady Beavers opening up in a zone. It's like a 2-3 look, right side to Bertelson, guarded by Brinley Stevens. That is Michaela Miller with it, dribbles it out high, guarded by Felk around the perimeter, left side to Jana Wilson. Wilson back up to Bertelson, they work around to Miller right side, looking to feed it in. Good defense out high early on. 30 seconds into the game, no score. Cimarron on their first possession of the night. Miller holds it out high. And now up top to Bertelson, back to Miller, looking to drive in, cut off. Good defense by Scott City around the perimeter. Whistle, and we got a 3-second lane violation called on Cimarron. And that's going to be the first turnover of the game with 7:19 to go first quarter. Cimarron averages around 14 turnovers a game, Scott City at around 15. So both teams do a pretty decent job of taking care of the basketball. Scott City's first trip down the court. Cimarron opens up man-to-man. Right side to Erica Felker, looking for a screen, looking for a give-a-go. Cheyenne Kramer had it, knocked away. Turnover number 1 on Scott City. Both teams end up with 1 turnover. Here's Michaela Miller going coast to coast, splits the defenders, goes up, and she is fouled. And she will head to the free throw line to shoot 2, where she's 83% on the year. That'll be on Kendall Gentry, her first. That's the ball game's first foul. And, of course, Kendall Gentry, she's celebrating her sweet 16th birthday today. And Michaela Miller at the line, 83% on the year. Free throw is good, and Cimarron first team on the board to a 6:55 to go first quarter at 1-0. 4-year starter for Cimarron. Second free throw also good, and it's 2-0 for the Lady Blue Jays. They've won the last 5 in this series over the last 2 seasons coming into tonight. They played 3 times in 2020-21, and now twice, of course, last year. Felker with it. She'll drive in, take it all the way. Her runner crawls in for two, bounces around and drops home. Her first basket. We're tied at 2, 6:35 to go first period. Our first tie of the night. As Cimarron with their third trip down the floor here in the early going. First quarter, tied at 2. I'll go to Burleson left side. She'll launch a 3 from left side off the back iron. Michaela Miller grabbed the board over the top of Brenley Stevens, and Cimarron resets. Cimarron a 31% three-point shooting team to Sunday. Good position underneath, high off the glass and in. Assist from Michaela Miller and the 6'1 senior. Sunday makes it 4-2 Blue Jays as we approach 6 minutes to go first quarter of play. So Cimarron back on top. Gentry right corner gets around the screen up top right side to Felker. Looking to drive in, and she'll fire the 3 right side and splash it home. Felker's 9th 3 of the year gives the Lady Beavers a 5-4 advantage. 5:50 to go first quarter. And Scott City shooting 26% from downtown. They made their 13th 3 as a team this year through 4 games, 4+ now. Bertelson for an answer back 3. That's off the heel. Rebound to Erica Felker. She's on the run. Scott City up by 1 here in the early going. She'll take it all the way right side. Her way up high off the glass and drops in. She has all 3. That's off the heel. Rebound to Erica Felker. Field to begin this game. High-low into Sunday. High off the glass, no. And then we're going to get a push underneath. That will be on Taryn Jantz. That'll be her first. And Cimarron's first team foul. 5:16 to work first quarter, 7-4 for Scott City. And the Lady Beavers looking to add to their 5-0 run. Shannon Salyer in for Cimarron for the first time, the 5'7 senior in there for the Blue Jays, replacing Bertelson. And now driving in is Lewis. She'll drive right side through contact and drops it home. Scott City on a 7-0 run. 5 minutes to go first quarter. They are up 9-4. Lady Beavers 4 of 4 from the floor to begin, and the shot up no for Miller. 5 for the rebound and in hands of Jantz. And it looked like Miller was playing for contact there. She'll spin in, drive way through, flips one up, and can't get it to go. But right there's Jantz for the rebound. We're going to get a whistle and a hold on Erica Felker. That'll be her first, and Scott City's second team foul. 4:39 to go first quarter. A good start for the Lady Beavers, up 9-4 here. It's the Blue Jays looking to trigger in. They'll throw it in left baseline to Sunday. Sunday, couple of dribbles, looking entry, feed it in, does so to Jantz. Had good position on Kramer and scores it. Jantz, her first 2, ends a 7-0 Scott City run. 9-6 with 4:28 to go first period of play. Lady Beavers off to a hot start shooting here. Hits the first 4 shots. Gentry with it. Crossover dribble, guarded by Salyer, drives right side, floats a tough one and knocks it home. Scott City 5 of 5 to begin, and they're up 11-6 at the 4:13 mark of the first quarter. Miller with it up top, so a heck of a start for Scott City. First period, halfway home. Salyer loses it. We're going to get a travel. That'll be Cimarron's second turnover. As Scott City brings in their first sub, Megan Trout, the 5'10 sophomore, replacing Cheyenne Kramer. Scott City up 5 at 11-6. 3:53 here in the first period of play. Avery Lewis out high, hands it off to Felker. Felker now to Brinley Stevens into Trout. Flips it over right side. Gentry from right wing. 3! She buries it! She has 5 in a row, and it's 14-6 timeout Blue Jays. 3:41 to go first quarter. It is a full timeout. We'll step aside and for a 1-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Hello folks, this is Nathan Lennon with Land of Legacy Real Estate. We are very excited about the recent strength of the land market and invite you to check out our website at www.land-of-legacy.com. turn2legacy.com, where we are proud to represent some of the best properties across the great state of Kansas and attracting buyers all across the country. We understand the importance of details in your land transaction, and if you're interested in selling, we invite you to give us a call at 785-340-5331 to learn about a marketing strategy tailored to best suit you. Land of Legacy Real Estate, where people are our passion.
During that timeout, I'm pretty positive Coach Austin Stebbins for Cimarron called the local fire department because Scott City is 6 of 6 from the field early on, trying to cool the Beavers down. They lead Cimarron 14-6 with 3:25 to go first quarter out of the timeout. Blue Jay basketball. Miller quickly guarded, and that's going to be another 3-second lane violation on Cimarron. Out of their 3 turnovers, 2 of them have been called 3-second lane violations. And the Lady Blue Jays are going to apply full court pressure. Kendall Gentry has 5, Erica Felker 7, and 2 for Avery Lewis. Scott City with the 14-6 lead, just outside of 3 minutes to go first quarter. Megan Trout drives right lane line, right corner to or right side to Brinley Stevens, out high to Kendall Gentry. Gentry goes left, now to Felker, up top to Lewis. Lewis with it goes left to Gentry. Looking to drive to the top. Now uses upper dribble, needs help, finds Trout in the paint. Up and under move, goes right on Sunday, puts it up. A lot of contact, no good, and the rebound goes to Sunday. She stood her ground there. Cimarron has owned the glass so far 3-0, and here's a 3 for Salyer off to the lip of the rim, and the rebound backside for Jantz. And now a 3 on the way, launched and down for Janae Fugit, who's in for the first time, her second 3 of the year, and that ends a 12-2 Scott City run, 14-9 with 2.5 to go first period. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it will be a foul. Well, it was knocked down as well, but anyways, that'll be a foul on Janae Fugit, who just nailed the 3, who's in there for the first time. That's her first. Cimarron's second foul. She averages 5 points off the bench, does the sophomore. Cimarron knocks the ball out as Michaela Miller guarding Erica Felker. You knew that was probably going to be the matchup coming into tonight of the man-to-man defense. 2:25 to go first quarter. 14-9 Scott City leads with the basketball. They've hit 6 of their first 7. Trout will go and lay it up right side, leaves it to the right, and the rebound to Caitlin Sonde for Cimarron. On the other end, layup is good as Tara Jantz goes coast to coast, and a quick 5-0 Blue Jay run. They lead, or Scott City rather leads 14-11 as we were just outside of 2 minutes to go first quarter. Felker tracks down the dribble near half court, lobbing to the front court to Trout, loses it, and now it's stolen away. Scott City with their second turnover, and Cimarron coming out with a little fire out of their timeout after they trailed by 8. They could tie it with a triple. Lob in, left block to Jantz. Driving left baseline, throws it to Sonde, out high to Fugit. Minute 48 to go first quarter. 14-11 Scott City with the lead. Up top to Michaela Miller. Miller holds it out high, guarded by Felker, and Scott City still in that 2-3 zone. Salyer now at the foul line to Jantz. Kicks it left side, Miller. Looking to drive in, guarded by Avery Lewis, looking for a screen. Good ball help, and now she'll drive left side, hang, shoot, and score it. Nice move by Miller. Her first field goal and has 4. 7-0 Blue Jay run with 1:24 to go first quarter. 14-13 Cimarron back into this game. They're now down 1 after being down 8 just a couple of minutes ago. Trout now up top to Avery Lewis, then hands it off to Kendall Gentry. 70 seconds to go first quarter. Give and go to Gentry. Drives right side. Your shot is blocked, and then tried to get the rebound, and over to Brinley Stevens, and Scott City turns the ball over for the third time this quarter. Mackenzie Metzger in replacing Brinley Stevens, and Cheyenne Kramer returns the lineup replacing Avery Lewis. Cimarron on a 7-0 run, looking to retake the lead here. The final minute of this first quarter. Right corner to Caitlin Sonde. Lady Beavers playing tough man-to-man, high-low work into Mailer. Banks it in, and Cimarron with a 9-0 run. They're up 15-14, 48 seconds to go. First quarter, a second lead change. Metzger now pass stolen away. Caitlin Sonde for Scott City turnover. Into Miller driving her way underneath. Hangs right side shot, crawls off, rebound underneath Felker with good position, double team. Now needs help, finds Trout, who loses a bit, picks it back up. She'll dribble right side. She'll take it all the way. Her layup is good. Trout with their first basket, 16-15 Beavers. 24 seconds to go first quarter. Lady Beavers back up by 1, ending that 9-0 Blue Jay run. Cimarron will go for the final shot of the first quarter. 12 seconds, 11 seconds up top to Fugit, who started that run with a 3. Nearly 3 minutes ago. 5 seconds. 4. Miller guarded by Gentry. Drives left. Steps back. Flips it over left side. Here's a chance. 3. It is good right as the end of the first quarter sounds. Taryn Jantz's 7th 3 of the year. Her 7th point gives the Blue Jays an 18-16 lead in a high-scoring first period of play. We'll come back in 1 minute for the second quarter. This is Beaver basketball.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
Both teams shot the ball really well in that first quarter. Scott City was 7 of 9, Cimarron 7 of 12, and they have a 2-point lead to begin this second quarter. Glad to have you back here in Scott City. Girls game here tonight. Cheyenne Kramer with it. Scott City led by Erica Felker at the first 7, and Kendall Gentry had 5. Michaela Miller 6. Taryn Jantz with 7 to lead Cimarron. First seconds of the second quarter, Lewis driving in, stripped by Michaela Miller. She'll take it up, lay it up, and drop it in. Now our 8th point gives Blue Jays a 20-18 lead 30 seconds into this second period of play. We had 4 lead changes and 1 tie in the first quarter. Stevens pump fakes, now left corner to Felker. She'll drive left baseline. Her runner over Miller might have been partially blocked. Fight for the rebound underneath. It's going to belong to Cimarron. And they will get the ball up 4 here, early stages of the second quarter. Scott City with 4 different players that have scored in this first quarter. Cimarron, same thing, 4 players for them. 4-point Blue Jay lead. That's their largest lead of the night so far. Miller now left side. Jantz, who's 3 for 3 from the floor, misses she makes a 3. It bounces in at the last second. Her second 3, she has 10. 23-16, 6:55 to go first half, and a whistle and a foul in the backcourt. That'll be team foul number 2 on Cimarron. Well, Jantz is hot shooting at 4 of 4 from the floor, 2 threes and 10 points. Cimarron with 3 threes this half. Shannon Salyer picks up her first foul, 3rd on the Blue Jays, who are on a big tear, 23-16. They're on a 17-2 run here over the last 4 minutes. Driving left side, Kramer strip, turnover number 6 on Scott City. Into the hands of Michaela Miller, baseball bullet pass down the floor. Sonde pivots, spins, and scores it. 25-16 with 6:35 to go first half. It's now a 19-2 run here over the last 4 minutes of play for Cimarron. They can't miss all of a sudden. Scott City turned the ball over a lot. Kramer now goes left side, a low pass to Brinley Stevens, back up top to Gentry. She'll look to drive in. She'll take it all the way. Her runner right side off to the right, and the rebound to Caitlin Sonde, her 3rd board of the half. Scott City down by 9. It's been an 18-point swing in this first half. As we approach 6 to go first half, Salyer will launch a deep 3. That's crawling off, tipped around, and it's going to be last touch, they'll say, by Cimarron. It'll be Scott City ball. Mackenzie Metzger in replacing Kendall Gentry. Cimarron will pick up Scott City in the full court. 25-16, 6 minutes to go first half. Lady Beavers to inbound and then do so to Erica Felker. She's guarded by Miller. She'll take it in the front court, left to right, gets it poked away, but retrieves it back, uses upper dribble, needs help out high. Finds Metzger out high right, guarded by Salyer, looking to feed it in. Now goes right corner to Avery Lewis, guarded by Taryn Jantz, gets a screen. Looking to drive in to the right elbow, Lewis pivots around, looking for somebody to find, and she does high to Stevens. Late pass, and Michaela Miller saves the play, but right to Erica Felker. Now left corner to Lewis, as Miller recovers, driving right side, Metzger up top. Now they get it to Felker, guarded tightly. That time Driving in, here's Avery Lewis. Uses upper dribble, wanted to take the shot, but guarded too closely by Salyer. Good defense by Cimarron. Felker will drive left side. She'll take it all the way to the rack. Her shot is blocked out of bounds from behind by Michaela Miller. It'll still stay with the Lady Beavers with 5:11 to go first half. And a substitution, and it'll be Jana Wilson, the 5A junior, replacing Shannon Salyer. Cimarron up 25-16. They've scored the last 10 points of the game. 5:11 to go first half. Into Lewis. Catches it. Throws it up over Sonde. Draws the contact. And she'll get 2 free throws. Lewis, her first trip to the line this year. 5:10 to go first half. Sonde with her first foul. Team's 4th. With 5:10 to go first half. Scott City's a team 64% on the year. That free throw too strong. First trip to the line tonight for Scott City. Cimarron 2 of 2. And second free throw coming up. It's on the way and good. Lewis with 3 first half points. Averaging 1.8 a game, 25-17, 5:08 to go first half. First point of the period for the Lady Beavers. Entry feed in too high and then saved into play to Cheyenne Kramer by Kaylin Sonde. Turnover number 4 on Cimarron, and then Scott City throws it away right in the hands of Michaela Miller. She'll take it all the way. One-handed runner and layup is good. She has 10, and it's 27-17 with 4:46 to go first half. Scott City with their 7th turnover of the night. You have to have pretty confident and crisp passes if you're playing a guard like Miller out high. 10-point lead, 4.5 to go first half. Mackenzie Metzger, that is, with it. Now to Cheyenne Kramer out high. Look, holds it now out high left to Brinley Stevens. Stevens back up top to Metzger through her hands, but she has enough time to retrieve it. 4:20 to go first half. Looking for Cutting Lewis. Catches it. Looking to back her way in now. Pivots. Finds Metzger. Tight defense by Cimarron. Out high to Stevens. They go left side, and Michaela Miller trying to save it as she goes into the Cimarron bench, and it still stays with Scott City with 4:09 to go first half. Kendall Gentry back in for the Lady Beavers, replacing Brinley Stevens. Scott City 0 of 3 from the field in this second quarter with 3 turnovers to just 1 point. After a hot shooting first quarter at 7-9, now they get it into Kramer. Ball deflected and a turnover. Scott City with their 8th and a holding foul on the Lady Beavers in the backcourt. Cheyenne Kramer picks up her first and the team's 3rd. Kramer's first, as it'll be Trout checking in for Scott City. Out will be Kramer. 4:01 here in this first half of play. Scott City with the deficit here. Left corner 3. Michaela Miller way strong on it, but above their backside board here for Cimarron. Underneath it goes to Jan. She'll put it up and bank it home. She has 12, and it's 29-17 with 3:40 to go first half. Cimarron collects an offensive board that time, and they get the putback, and they lead by a dozen. Out high it goes to Kendall Gentry from Trout off the screen up top to Felker. She had 7 points. She's been quite sensitive. Nice run by Trout, and she'll land up around Sonde for a 4th point. That's a new varsity career high for her. 29-19, 3:18 to go first half. Scott City back to within 10. Their first field goal here in the second quarter. Right side to Janae Fugit, lost up top, but picked back up and almost thrown away. And it is by Kendall Gentry. Gentry driving left side with the left-handed layup. Oh, it bounces off, and the rebound goes to Cimarron's Taryn Jantz. Missed opportunity that time for the Lady Beavers. Down 10, under 3 to go first half. Miller, bullet pass to Jantz. He'll drive in. A lot of contact. It'll be a foul on the floor. That'll be team foul number 4 on Scott City this half. And they'll get Kendall Gentry with her 2nd foul. So two fouls for number 2 for Scott City. It's Chloe Bertelson back in for Cimarron, replacing Janae Fugit. The Cimarron team with 5 seniors on their roster this year. And Mackenzie Metzger intercepts the inbounds pass. That is the 6th Blue Jay turnover of the half. 2:45 to go first half. Metzger up top. Now to Erica Felker. She'll drive in and split the defenders. Her layup will sneak in off the front of the rim. She has 9. 29-21. Last 4 scored by the Lady Beavers. 2.5 to go first half. Cimarron back up top with the ball. McKiller right side from 17. Right side airballed by Jana Wilson, but right into the hands of Jantz, who has 4 boards this half. And now in the paint, shot up, no. Rebound. We're going to get a tie up. It'll be Scott City ball in the possession arrow. Coach Amy Felker has 2 to check back in. Brinley Stevens, Cheyenne Kramer, Avery Lewis, and Kendall Gentry exit. 2:18 to go second quarter. Scott City down by 8. They've scored the last 4 points of this game, and they will inbound it into Mackenzie Metzger. Metzger gets the ball poked away by Bertelson. It'll still stay Lady Beaver basketball as Cimarron stays with their full court pressure. As they'll get it into Erica Felker. Felker leads it across to Metzger now to Megan Trout. Holds up. Approaching 2 minutes to go here in this first half. It's been a fast-moving first half. Hopefully I don't jinx that here. 29-21 your score. Scott City down 8. Cimarron with an 11-5 run so far in this second quarter. Kramer with it up top, hands it off to, or flips it over to Metzger as Cimarron stays man-to-man. Minute 50 to go first half. Metzger gets around Bertelson, goes right side to Brinley Stevens who holds it. She now throws it up top, and there's going to be a reach in on Michaela Miller. Almost got the steal that time on Erica Felker. That is her first and the team's 5th of the half. Minute 43 to go second quarter. 29-21, Cimarron with the lead. Scott City with the ball. As Stevens looking to inbound, avoids a 5 count. Oh, she did not. Turnover number 9 on Scott City. And back over it goes to the Lady Blue Jays. Final 100 seconds of this half. Kayla Miller up top goes left to Jana Wilson. Scott City staying with that 2-3 zone. Wilson drives in and now back out to Jantz. They work it around to Bertelson. Now right side to Michaela Miller. Minute 25 to go now. The foul line to Sunday. Bertelson to drive in. Her floater in the paint. Crawling off. Rebound Megan Trout. Good position underneath there for Scott City. Collects her first board of the night. Lady Beavers down 8 with the ball. Minute 10 to go first half. And now Felker, she'll throw it away. Thought somebody was there, and nobody was there. Tight defense by Michaela Miller up top. 10th Scott City turnover. Shannon Salyer back in for Cimarron, replacing Chloe Bertelson. I stand correct, there's actually 6 seniors on this Cimarron team. Final minute of this first half. Salyer with it, goes left to Michaela Miller. Bounce pass left side to Taryn Jantz toward the left lane line, back up top to Miller. Thought about taking 3, doesn't. Now into Sunday, just inside the foul line, right side. Now give and go back to Sunday, right corner to Salyer. Fires up a 3, too strong. And number 24 for Cimarron ends up passing it on the 3 attempt to number 24 of Scott City. And a whistle to push out high. That'll be on Jana Wilson. That's in the backcourt there. That is Wilson's first and team 6. So 6 different Blue Jays have fouled at least one time here. And 37.4 to go first half. Avery Lewis in for Scott City. Cimarron will bring in Madeline Burkhart for the first time, a 5'8" sophomore. 37 seconds to go before intermission. 29-21, Cimarron with the lead. They have been on a 3-minute scoring drought. Scott City on a 2-minute scoring drought here. Felker trying to end it, driving in. Cheyenne Kramer launches one left baseline from 17. That's money. Her first 2, 29-23. With 20 seconds to go first half. Scott City has cut it to within 6 here. They're on a 6-0 run. And the Lady Blue Jays will go for the final shot this half. Poked away there by Metzger momentarily. 8 seconds, 7. Miller looking to drive left side. Now will drive right side. Good defense by Metzger. Miller has to throw up a tough shot. No, rebound. That's the end of your first half. That was a good defensive play by Scott City. Good defensive set to close out the first half as the Lady Beavers have pulled to within 6 at intermission. 29-23. Cimarron leads it here. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break. We'll come back with some first half stats and more. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 controls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Go with the proven winner. I'm Michael Trout from State Farm in Scott City. When it comes to auto insurance, we score big with our policyholders. We score on competitive rates, on customer service, and on satisfaction and speedy claim handling. Let us quote your autos today and make you a part of the Trout State Farm team. Call or stop by Michael Trout State Farm and you can be assured of our personal best. Go with the winner, Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
It takes more than just the seed to raise a good crop.
It takes the effort of a great team.
It takes the same teamwork and dedication to be successful on the football field.
Two receivers set to be an option play, being handoff to the fullback, Golden. He finds nothing.
Loganmore Family Farms is proud to be part of Scott community, where together we raise our most important crop of all, our kids.
Has seen the Cimarron take the lead here, 29-23. They've led by as many as 12 in the first half, at 29-17 with 3:40 to go second quarter. Lady Beavers would score the final 6 points of the half to pull to then 29-23. As we take a look at the first half scoring here, first for Cimarron, they were led by Taryn Jan. She was 5 of 5 from the floor and hit 2 threes. She has a game-high 12 points, 10 from Michaela Miller, and then 4 for Caitlin Sonde and 3 for Janae Fugit in the first half. The Blue Jays had 6 fouls, 6 turnovers, 7 steals, total of 9 rebounds. Both teams shooting so well, you're not going to have as many rebounds, of course. And that how it adds up. 4 defensive and 5 offensive boards for Cimarron. For Scott City in the first half, it was 9 from Erica Felker. She started off the game's first 7 points. And then you had 4 from Megan Trout, 5 from Kendall Gentry, 4 for Megan Trout, 3 for Avery Lewis, and 2 points in the first half from Cheyenne Kramer. So Lady Beavers had 5 different players score in the first half. Cimarron had 4. Lady Beavers in the first half had a total of 4 fouls. They had 10 turnovers, 3 steals, 3 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive board for a total of 4 rebounds. First half, pretty good one here. Cimarron led 18-16 after 1. They would outscore Scott City 11-7 in the second quarter to take a 29-23 lead. Lady Beavers in the first quarter actually had a 14-6 lead, and then Cimarron went on I guess you could call it a 23-3 run in the middle of the first quarter to the middle of the second quarter. 29-23, Cimarron leads at the break. We'll come back in 3 minutes. We'll have the rest of your first half stats and get you set up for the second half of play. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever.
If you don't see what you want on the lot, just ask one of the sales staff, and they'll order it for you. Stop into Lot Motors during December for the Big Finish sales event.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agricultural property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Lady Beavers did not attempt a three-pointer in that second quarter. They were 2 of 2 on threes in the first half and 8 of 14 on two-point baskets and just 1 of 2 from the foul line. So both teams have just won a trip today. So far in the first half at the line, Scott City 1 of 2, Cimarron 2 of 2. That's the story there. Foul trouble. Cimarron had 6 fouls, but they had every player that fouled in, or checked in, every player that fouled had 1 foul. Scott City had Kendall Gentry with 2 fouls, 2 of their 4 fouls for the Lady Beavers. Scott City once again 2 more games before the Christmas break. They will go to Colby, on Friday night, and then they will host Goodland on that Tuesday. That'll be a big doubleheader here in Scott City. Final games before the Christmas break. Cimarron has 1 more before the break. They will host the Hugoton Lady Eagles and Hugoton Boys coming up on Friday night. No rest for the weary and the GWAC this year, that's for sure. There's pretty outstanding teams this year, both boys and girls in the league. Scott City will have Kendall Gentry, Erica Felker, Brentley Stevens, Cheyenne Kramer, Avery Lewis, Cimarron with Chloe Bertelson, also out there Jana Wilson, Michaela Miller, Taryn Jantz, and Kaylin Sonde. Third quarter officially beginning. Cimarron's ball as they move from left to right. Scott City staying with the zone here. Bertelson on high left with it. Actually, Scott City switches it up. I'm playing a little matchup here. Going up right side, layup no, and a foul. Wilson will head to the line for the first time, where she is 6 of 9 on the year. That's on Cheyenne Kramer, her second. 2 free throws coming up here for Wilson, the junior. Leaves the first one short. Cimarron now 2 of 3 at the line. Scott City, 29-23 deficit. Second free throw off the back iron, and Kramer collects her second board of the night. Opening seconds of the second half, Scott City's first possession. They scored the final 6 points of the first half. With it is Kendall Gentry. Pivots and now throws it away, but beforehand we get a push out high. That's on Jana Wilson, her second, as the official makes that call. Team's first of the second half. As the call made by Tyler Hendricks there with the call. Jared Hendricks. Whew, I know too many of the family there. 7:25 to go, third period, or no of them, I should say. Driving right side, nice strong move by Felker. That'll be blocked out of bounds that time by Michaela Miller. And still stays Scott City's ball on their first trip down the court on Scott City's side this half. Stevens looking to inbound it. Does the right side. Avery Lewis throws a tough shot up and in. Got Sunday pinned underneath the basket. And Lewis with 5, 29-25. The last 8 points of the game belong to Scott City, and the first points of the second half as we're in the opening minute of this third quarter of play. And Scott City with a steal. Felker in the backcourt needs help. That's Cimarron's 7th turnover of the game. And now to Brinley Stevens, and she travels with it up high. Got a little too excited at half court. Turnover number 11 on Scott City. 6:57 left in period 3. 29-25. Cimarron 4-point lead as Sawyer checks back in for the Blue Jays. She'll lob it in at half court to the backcourt to Michaela Miller, who's now guarded by Avery Lewis. Scott City going man-to-man now. 6:50 to go here in this third. Top Sawyer right side off the screen for Miller. Good rotating defense. Now she'll drive in strong. Leaves it short on layup. Got her own rebound. Throws it up and can't get it to go, but she'll get 2 free throws. Miller with just 2 rebounds here tonight. She'll have 2 charity shots coming up here with 6:39 to go third quarter. That foul on Brinley Stevens, her first, team second. Cimarron has committed 1 foul this half. Miller 10 points in the first half, 2 of 2 from the line. Cimarron 2 of 4 tonight and make it 3 of 5 as that rolls around and drops in. That'll end the 8-0 Scott City run in the ball game, 30-25 with 6:39 to go third quarter, and that breaks 5-minute scoring drought for the Blue Jays, 31-25. The lead pushed back up to 6 for the visitors. Kendall Gentry gets it poked away out high by Wilson in the backcourt. Now driving in, they're going to get a block on Gentry. That's her third with 6:31 to go third quarter, and the team's third already this half. Scott City's 12th turnover to boot. Coach Amy Felker sends in Mackenzie Metzger, who plays Gentry, who has 5 points and now 3 fouls here tonight. Cimarron to trigger it in underneath their own basket up by, should be 6. Here's a 3 by Miller. No, rebound to Avery Lewis. 31-25 with 6:20 to go third quarter. Lewis grabs her first board of the night. Rebounds have been at a premium tonight just because everybody's been shooting the ball well here. Left side, it goes to Avery Lewis. Lewis with it. Spin move, driving in left. Now cut off, needs help. Trying to find Felker. And third consecutive turnover for Scott City. Or as Miller steals it there, trying to find Felker. 2 minutes into this third quarter, right side, it's chance for 3. She misses her first shot of the night. Too strong, long rebound to the right side for Erica Felker for Scott City. And transition to Avery Lewis off the glass. No, tipped around. Lewis had it, but then picked up by Jansen. Ball be poked away from her, and out of bounds it'll belong to Cimarron. 5:45 here in the third. Cimarron with a 6-point edge at 31-25. Blue Jays with the ball with Sawyer. Off the screen, Michaela Miller now in the paint to Sunday. Goes right side of the pass. Layup, no. Follow-up, no. Tipped around and in the hands of Brinley Stevens for Scott City. Needs help, deflected, tips it to Kramer somehow, and now outlets it left to Erica Felker, who'll bring it across the left side. And she'll drive in, pull it back out, find Shine Kramer at high, looks to drive in, now finds Felker left side for a triple. Rattles home. Felker with a couple 3s. She has a dozen, and that cuts a deficit in half with 5:08 to go third quarter at 31-28. Scott City back to within 3, the closest they've been since the end of the first quarter. 4:59 to go here in the third. Ball Sunday knocked away, but picked up now by her, and then back to Michaela Miller. She'll drive down Main Street. The runner too strong, but the rebound deflected in the hands of Jan. Still reset. Will the Lady Blue Jays. Underneath, here's Sunday. Shot short, rebound tipped last touch, but picked up by Sunday. Almost went out of bounds. Tight defense by Kramer. Sunday backs her way in and scores it on the right side. She has a half a dozen. 33-28 with 4:30 to go for third quarter. And the second and third chance opportunity perfect that time for the Lady Blue Jays as they go back up 5 with 4:20 to go third quarter. Kramer backdoor underneath the Lewis. Layup left side. Yes, nice play by Kramer. Assist. Lewis with a career high 7, 33-30 as we approach the midway point of this third quarter. Lady Beavers hanging tough here tonight. Driving right side, Sunday pulls her way in and scores. She has 8. 35-30, 4 minutes to go third quarter as she has the last 4 points of the game for Cimarron. Somehow gets to Lewis. Her shot is blocked, but they're going to say Tara Jantz hacked Lewis, and that's Jantz's second, and the team's second of the half with 3:55 left in period 3. Avery Lewis with 2 free throws coming up. She has 7 points tonight, 1 of 2 at the line. She's been the only Lady Beaver that has attempted free throws all night. First of 2 for Lewis, good. 35-31, 3:55 here in period 3. As Megan Trout in for Cheyenne Kramer. Kendall Gentry patiently waiting to the right of the scorer's table, to her right anyway. Waiting for Lewis to hit this free throw, which she does not. Rebound into the hands of Michaela Miller. Good hustle forward. That's going to be last touch, they'll say, by Megan Trout. She knocks it away from Miller. It'll belong to Cimarron. And now Kendall Gentry back in, of course, with her 16th birthday, replacing Avery Lewis. 3:51 here in the third. It's 35-31 Cimarron. And they have the ball. Driving left side, Miller, nice strong move. Tie ropes the baseline. Almost pushed off and stepped out of bounds. Double team deflected. Scott City did not, the defenders out right side guarding Miller did not see it. And it's last touch by Scott City. And Cimarron will retain possession here. 3.5 to go, third quarter. 35-31 Blue Jay lead in the ball as Michaela Miller will dribble it out high, uses it up, goes left side to Salyer. Now left baseline as Madeline Burkhart back in for the Blue Jays, somehow staying in bounds with Salyer. She was up on the balls of her feet there. Otherwise, she might have stepped on the sideline in front of Coach Stebbins. 3:13 to go. Here's Miller driving left baseline. Kicks it out right side. Pump fake by Janae Fugit. She'll drive in, throws it up. Can't get it to go as that went halfway in and out, but she'll get 2 free throws. Team foul number 4 on the the Beavers this second half. The foul will be, I believe, on Megan Trout. That'll be her first, and it is. With 3:07 to go, third quarter. Fugit 3 of 4 at the line this year. Free throw off the back iron. Cimarron has already attempted 5 free throws in the second half. They're now 2 of 5 and 4 of 7 for the game. Scott City 2 of 4, all by Avery Lewis. Second free throw. That one's too strong. Long rebound out to Kendall Gentry. Collects her second board of the night. Scott City down 4 in transition to Felker. Pops the mid-range jumper left. Short. Got her own rebound. She'll go blocked underneath the Trout. Back her way in, goes up, and she has stepped. They're going to call a tie-up, and it's going to be Blue Jay ball on the Beaver ball on the possession arrow. Avery Lewis in for Scott City. And Lewis once again in for Scott City with 2:55 to go third quarter. Michaela Miller will take a first rest of the night with 2:55 to go third quarter. Maybe that's Salyer back in for Cimarron. 4-point Lady Beaver deficit. Now Lewis drives right side, and she gets held, or almost tied up. Gentry drive right side. Cutoff finds Trout. Triple teamed out high to Lewis. Now to Metzger straight away. 2:35 to go third quarter. Scott City pulls it back out, trailing by 4, 35-31. Trout left side, it goes to Gentry. Up top of screen, a straightaway triple for Felker. Crawls off her first miss from the 3 tonight. And the rebound goes to Caitlin Sandu, who collects her 7th board of the night. In transition, Cimarron throws it away, their 8th turnover of the night. It'll belong to the Lady Beavers with 2:19 left in period 3. 35-31 your score. Scott City to within 4. The closest they've gotten here in the second half has been at 3 at 33-30. And 31-28. Now ball poked away. Last touch by the Blue Jays as we're just a little bit outside of 2 minutes to go third quarter. Lewis to inbound it here. Trying to find a cutter. Lewis holds it and avoids the 5 count. The pass to Erica Felker in the corner. Now to Kendall Gentry. She'll drive right side. Pulls up. Her shot is short. Rebound into the hands of Fugit for Cimarron. And then ball knocked out by Metzger here with 2:02 to go third quarter. Both teams going a little cold here as of late from the floor. As Cheyenne Kramer, Kendall Gentry, Brindley Stevens in. Out is going to be Megan Trout and Avery Lewis here with 2:02 to go here in the third. Lady Blue Jays of Cimarron up 35-31 here. Past the left block it goes. pivoting, that is. Burkhart now here. Sunday goes in on Kramer, leaves a short, got her own rebound, and is going to be fouled, they'll say, by Kendall Gentry, and that'll be her fourth, I believe. It's on her. Nope, they're going to get that, I believe, on Felker. That's her second. And that's Scott City's fifth foul already this second half. Just 2 on Cimarron here with 1:48 to go in period 3. They'll get it in. Here's Fugit for 3, right side. Too strong. Rebound, though, into the hands of Jans, and she'll go up and score it. Cimarron with 9 offensive boards tonight. They lead 37-31 with 1:38 to go here in the third stanza. Lewis out high, guarded by Burkhart. Holds it, now finds Cheyenne Kramer. Nice give and go to Lewis, poked away, picks it back up, right side to Stevens, out high to Gentry. Holds it, gets a screen, drives to the foul line, now goes left corner to Avery Lewis, turns down the 3. She'll drive in strong, and she'll be fouled on the floor with 79 third quarter seconds remaining. That foul will be charged to Madeline Burkhart. That's her first, Cimarron's third of the half. With 1:19 to go third quarter, Stevens looking to inbound it. Trying to avoid the 5-count bounce, passes it into Cheyenne Kramer, now to Kendall Gentry. Gentry, a couple dribbles back to Felker, works around the perimeter left side, now to Stevens. Cutting, trying to get it to Felker, but good help defense by Jans, and knocks the ball out of bounds with 1:11 to go here in the third. Scott City's ball down 6, 37-31. They're trying to get it in here is right baseline to Cheyenne Kramer, now up top to Felker. Felker guarded closely by Jans. The Blue Jays go man-to-man. Right side to Stevens, up top to Kramer. Final minute of this third quarter. Right side, it goes to Felker. Got a screen, give and go. A little too high, and that air mailed out of bounds for Scott City's 14th turnover. Michaela Miller back into the Blue Jay lineup here with 55 seconds in the third. Scott City on a 3-minute scoring drought. They trail 37-31 as Caitlin Sonde, this might be the first time she has checked out all night. She's been big underneath with 8 boards and 8 points. 45 third quarter seconds remain. Now Miller just inside the key. And now entry feed deflected, and Cheyenne Kramer with a nice defensive play. 9th Cimarron turnover. Felker to bring it across right to left, 35 seconds. She'll take it. Then this cutoff out high to Kendall Gentry. Fires a 3 on the way. Off the backyard. Rebound, Avery Lewis. Timed the jump, but a lot of contact, no foul, and into the hands of Salyer for Cimarron. 20 seconds to go here in the third. And now wide open right side. Here's a 3, and that is knocked down. Janae Fugit with 2 threes tonight and 6. 40-31 with 14 seconds to go third quarter. That was a big swing that time. Scott City now with 8 seconds. 7 seconds to Kramer. With 6 seconds left side to Gentry with 4. With 3, here's a screen. Felker right side. Shot is blocked by Miller, and then she will not be able to get her shot up in time, and that's the end of your third quarter. Scott City had it to within 3, but Cimarron pulled away. They outscored Scott City 11 in the third quarter to go up 40-31 as we head to the fourth. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward.
Good work environment, good people.
Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
Scott City led tonight by Erica Felker with 12. 12 for Michaela Miller, 14 Taylor Jans for Cimarron, and the Blue Jays throw it away in the hands of Gentry. 10th Blue Jay turnover in transition. Avery Lewis goes up, and she is fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws. Nice transition play that time between the two sophomores, and 2 free throws coming up here for Lewis. Jans picks up her third foul, fourth Cimarron foul this half with 7:43 to go. She becomes her first free throw is rattled home by Lewis. What I was trying to say is that's the first Blue Jay with 3 fouls tonight. Basketball tonight brought to you by American Implement, B&H Paving, Barn the Grain, Beavertown FFL, Beef Belt, Burning Farms, Brookover Cattle Company, Shells, Flyers, and more, Decal Bayer. Also, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, and Fairleigh Companies at First National Bank. Second free throw off the mark. Rebound goes to Cimarron. Sunday with their 9th board of the night with their 8 points. Early fourth quarter, 8-point lead, and we're going to get a travel on that out high on Salyer. Back-to-back Cimarron turnovers to begin the fourth quarter. 40-32, Scott City trails by 8. They've trailed by as many as 12 in this game, and they've caught it to within 3, and then Scott City almost throws it away. Kramer at half court saved the possession, but she limps back in. We got an official timeout as Kramer hit the half court there. And we have a timeout on the floor. I think Scott City's going to end up with a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout here because Cheyenne Kramer, she saved it into play but got hard into the bleachers below us here. And she's kind of hurled over in pain here early in this fourth quarter. Basketball also brought to you tonight. Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Great Western Tire, Harris Chiropractic and Acupuncture, High Choice Feeders, Hamey Farms, HRC Feed Yards. Also, JNR Car and Truck, January Trucking, and JF Beaver Advertising. Hopefully she's all right. She's going to stay out there. Or no, I think she's going to check out. So Coach Amy Felker burned the timeout. Just checking to see she's all right. Megan Trout steps in for her here with 7:18 to go. They're going to check on her at the end and probably tape her knees up. Inbound into Avery Lewis. Almost stepped on the sideline there. Now puts it on the floor. She'll drive in. Up top to Kendall Gentry. We'll put it on the floor a couple times. Goes right with the pass to Erica Felker. Felker gets it poked away but picked back up as right now Jana Wilson has the duties of guarding her. First minute of this fourth quarter. Lewis feeds it into Trout. Nice pivot move. Back up top to Felker. Launches a 3. It's short. Rebound. Tracked down by... We're going to get a tie-up. It'll be Scott City's ball on the possession arrow here with 6:52 to go. So after Scott City as a team hit their first 3 triples, they've missed their last 4. With 6:52 left. They're down 8, 40-32. Fighting hard here. Playing a little short-handed tonight. Inbound into Trout. Yeah, she travels as she picked up the wrong foot that time, and the 15 Scott City turnover of the night. They've given it a very good effort here tonight. Assistant coach Aaron Myers working with Kramer over there, and they had eyes, but she's saying, I'm fine, I'm tough. Give and go underneath the Sonde, who lays it up, leaves it short, but got her own rebound to follow it up for her double-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds unofficially. 42-32 with 6:30 to go in this one. As they score the first points of the fourth quarter to Cimarron, a whistle, foul on the floor. That'll be the 5th on Cimarron this half. The foul will be the 5th. That'll be the 2nd on Shannon Salyer, the 5'7 senior. As Scott City to inbound it in here, down 10, 6:28 to go. They get it into Kendall Gentry, and she gets held, and a lot of contact. Last touch, they'll say, by who? I guess it's last touch by Cimarron. Scott City ball, 6:23 left as Lewis to inbound it in. Lewis looking for a cutter. Will throw it up top to Kendall Gentry out high between the rings. Now bullet pass into track. Goes right. Nice give back to Kendall Gentry. She goes in and draws the block on Michaela Miller, who couldn't believe she committed the foul. Displeasure by the call. That'll be her 2nd and the team's 6th. And Kendall Gentry, her first trip to the line tonight, 3 of 5 on the year. Scott City, 2 of 4 tonight. Cimarron is 4 of 8. Free throw number 1 off the back iron. Gentry had 5 points in a row in the first quarter, hasn't scored since, but has battled foul trouble. Brinley Stevens in for Mackenzie Metzger here with 6:17 to go. Scott City trying to score the first point here of the fourth quarter, down 10, 42-32. Second free throw is good. She hits 1 out of 2. The Beavers 50% at the line. They're back to within 9 at 42-33. 6:14 to go in this one. Scott City down 9. 6:05 to go. Top to Michaela Miller, give and go. Right side, here's Sunday driving a nice backdoor feed, and the shot is good for Wilson. That's her first two, 44-33, 5:52 to go. And with it is Felker. She slipped on the floor. We got a whistle. They're going to call a push. Coach Austin Stebbins did not like the call there. Miller's third, team's 7th. That's 1-1 time for Scott City. As back in will be Janae Fugit in for Shannon Salyer. 5:45 to go. 11-point Blue Jay lead at 44-33. 1-1 for Erica Felker. First trip to the line tonight as the team high 12 for Scott City. Front end is good. She'll get the bonus. 10-point game, 44-34. 5:45 left. Second free throw also good. And it's a 9-point game. Scott City to within 9. They're 4 of 6 in this fourth quarter. 6 of 10 for the game. 5:35 left. Entry feed into Caitlin Sonde. Holds it after using up one dribble now to Taryn Jantz. Cimarron with 7 fouls this half. Scott City 5. Jantz right side to Sonde. They get it back up top to Fugit, who's hit 2 threes tonight. Position for Miller. Ball deflected, but picked up by Miller. Good defense by Gentry on a mismatch. Sonde right elbow jumper is good. It rattles home. She has 12. And Cimarron back up 46-35 with 5:10 to go. Blue Jays have led by as many as 12. Scott City had it to within 3 in the third quarter. It last 33-30. Almost stolen away. Now Lewis almost double dribbles there. Needs help. Knocks it off of Taryn Jansen's foot with 4:56 to go. It'll stay with the white-shirted Lady Beavers. 46-35 Cimarron. Cimarron averaging 54 points a game. Scott City at 41. And almost another 5 count. Scott City's at times had issues inbounding it in tonight. They have committed 1 5-second violation off an inbounds, and they almost throw it away. Good job by Trout saving the possession. Now needs help. Finds Felker somehow through traveling. Felker will drive in. Her runner right side leaves it short in the rebound to Taryn Jantz for Cimarron. Lady Beavers down 11. Cimarron pushing at the pace. Into Sonde. Drives right side. She is pushed. And that'll be team foul number 6 on Scott City and Megan Trout's second foul. (46-35) your score here as Cheyenne Kramer and Mackenzie Metzger return to the lineup. Kendall Gentry, Avery Lewis check out. 4:33 to go, 46-35. Scott City started out hot shooting 6 of 6. They've cooled off a little bit here in this second half, but you'll love the start that they had. Now Fugit for another 3. That one misses everything. Michaela Miller hustles for it and then finds a way to knock it off the foot of Brentley Stevens, and it'll stay on Cimarron's side with 4:26 to go. Stevens thinking that was going to go out of bounds, but the Blue Jay, Creighton to Cimarron, the signee, says or fights for it there. Now she's open for a 3 left side, and that one halfway in and out. Rebound once again to Sonde. Shot puts it up. She'll head to the line to shoot 2. She adds to her double-double. Michaela Miller has not hit a 3 yet tonight. She's only hit 4 threes this year. The foul on Brentley Stevens, her second, and now Scott City with 7 fouls with 4:16 to go. Sonde struggling at the line this year, just 31%. As I say that, I reverse her curse, and she hits it. And it's now 47-35 with 4:16 to go. Cimarron tonight now 5 of 9 at the charity line. Second free throw. That one rims off, and the rebound to Megan Trout, who collects her 3rd board of the night. Whistle and a push. That's going to be the 4th on Michaela Miller with 4:13 to go, and Scott City can score some points without any time running off the clock. Team foul number 8 is Erica Felker with 14 points for the Lady Beavers. Heads to the line for a 1-and-1. Her second trip to the line in this quarter. Scott City 4 of 6 in this quarter, now 5 of 7, and she'll get the bonus. 47-36. 4:13 to go. Now Felker drains some both, and a timeout on the floor. 4:13 to go, fourth quarter. It's Cimarron 47, Scott City 37. Back in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
When you want plain talk with exceptional results, count on Norder Supply to serve you. With over 40 years of experience in the crop protection business, the dedicated team in Norder Supply is passionate about assisting you in achieving maximum net return per acre by delivering unparalleled agronomic advice and best in customer service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very competitive rate. Call them today at 620-872-3058. Norder Supply. Plain talk, exceptional results. Weathers Land and Livestock wishes the Scott City Beavers good luck during the 2022-2023 season. They are proud to support the Scott City Beavers on Mix 94.5 KSKL. Hard work, dedication, persistence are the keys to success for a great season in athletics, activities, and in the classroom. Good luck, Beavers, from Weathers Land and Livestock.
47-37 Blue Jays with a 10-point lead. It's their ball into the Scott City timeout. As we're approaching 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's been a good game here tonight. Salyer checked in on that last timeout for Cimarron. Now Sunday has it stripped, and we have a loose ball on the floor. That's going to be Scott City ball in the position there on the tie-up with 3:59 left. Or no, correction, it's going to be... Or it is going to be Scott City ball. He's pointing on the baseline. Nope, it is going to be Cimarron ball. That's the right call there. They accidentally did not have it changed on the possession arrow at the scores table. It is Cimarron ball. That is the right call there. 3:59 to go. One of the Cimarron assistants, I believe that was Taylor Jans, was like quickly to alert the scores table. And it's Taryn Jans to inbound it. Does so, but all deflected by Cheyenne Kramer. 1 second comes off the clock. Gentry in, replacing Metzger. With 3:58 to go. Lady Beavers down 10, fighting hard here tonight against a very good Cimarron team, 47-37. That's going to be a 5 count and a turnover. 12th Cimarron Blue Jay turnover tonight. And back over goes to Lady Beavers as Cimarron will apply a full court press, but beforehand, Avery Lewis to replace Brinley Stevens here with 3:58 to go. So Cheyenne Kramer, Megan Trout, Kendall Gentry, Avery Lewis, and also Erica Felker in there who receives the inbounds pass. Now finds Trout, lead pass to Kendall Gentry into the front court. That's the lineup for Scott City. It's Shannon Salyer almost gets a steal at half court. Also Janae Fugit, Michaela Miller, Caitlin Sonde. Strong move, no layup, but for Scott City, and the rebound goes to Lady Beavers. Here's Felker with it. She'll try a guarded three and knocks it down. Her second three of the half. She now has, let's see, the last 7 points for Scott City, 19 of the night, 47-40 with 3:25 to go. And on the other end, the layup is good by Caitlin Sonde. Makes it 49-40 with 3:20 to go. Lady Beavers to within 9 here as we approach 3 to go. They had it to within 7 before that Sunday basket. She's come up big. She has 15 points tonight for the Blue Jays. They have 3 in double figures. As we get to 3 minutes ago, Kramer will drive left side, cut off, finds Lewis out high. Puts it on the floor. Does Lewis goes from left to right side. Now uses up a dribble, pivots. Megan Trout from 16. That one crawls off. Had a good look at it. And Taryn Jans one away from a double-double. That would be the second Blue Jay with double-doubles. And that time a miscommunication between Michaela Miller and Shannon Salyer in turnover number 13. Brinley Stevens in for Scott City. In for Cimarron is Jana Wilson replacing Salyer with 2:43 to go. 49-40 your score. Scott City to inbound it down. Still 3 possessions here. Lewis still with it with 2:40 to go. Scott City with 3 timeouts left, 2 fulls and a 30. Lewis to bring it in the front court. Guarded by Michaela Miller, who has 4 fouls. Up top to Kendall Gentry, holds it. 2:28 to go in this one. And now to Avery Lewis. Lewis holds it at the left elbow, back up top to Gentry. Scott City maybe running a lot of valuable time here with 2:16 to go, and now driving in, and that's before the pass. There's a foul on Cimarron and their 9th team foul of the second half. They're going to get Jana Wilson with her third foul. With 2:14 to go and a 1-1 for Erica Felker. She's come up big in this fourth quarter, has 7 of Scott City's 9 points in the period, and has 19 points. Looking for a 20-point game here on a 1-1, and she knocks down the free throw. 2:14 left, 49-41. Cimarron leads by 8. Scott City not going out without a fight here tonight. Second free throw also down, and it's a 20-point performance. 49-42. 9 in the quarter for Felker, 21 for the game. That's a game high. 2:05 left. Cimarron with the ball. They can be patient into Sunday with a double-double. Looking to add to it, cannot. Backside board to Brinley Stevens. Her first board of the night. Scott City can inch a little closer with 1:55 to go. Pass trickles to Erica Felker from Kendall Gentry. Felker gets a screen up top to Stevens. Left side, Cheyenne Kramer holds it. Now she'll drive in, pivots in the paint. Now out to Avery Lewis left side. Gets a screen. Sees an alley, drives right side. Spin move. Pivots, needs help, finds Felker. Tight defense by Cimarron. Out high to Kramer, the 1:35 to go. Scott City wasting a little bit of time here with 1:31 to go, down 7 at 49-42. Ball knocked out of bounds. Still going to belong to Scott City. Lady Beavers with the ball, down 7. In the corner to Felker, who is in trouble there. Knocks it off of Jana Wilson, the two juniors battling there. Still going to be Lady Beaver basketball, but they have to inbound it in that corner. Here with 1:29 to go. Gentry to inbound it in, does so to Erica Felker. Finds it backside. Brinley Stevens over Michaela Miller for 2. Off the back iron and drops home. That's her first 2 points of the year. And it's 49-44. Scott City wants time with 1:21 to go. And it's 49-44. The Lady Beavers fighting here still. It's a 30-second timeout. And we'll keep it right here. 1:21 to go. Scott City on a 9-3 run over the last 3 minutes. And they are to within 5 at 49-44. They are not going away here tonight. Scott City without their lone senior, Brooke Strine, who's unavailable tonight. Erica Felker with 21 to lead Scott City. They've had 6 players scoring at least 2 points here tonight. Cimarron led tonight. Caitlin Sunday with 15, and she has 7 in this fourth quarter. She has 15 points and 11 rebounds. Taryn Jantz has 14 points and 9 boards, and Michaela Miller has 12. Scott City will pick up Cimarron in the full court here with 1:21 to go. 49-44 your score. The Blue Jays can run the baseline, and they'll inbound it into Michaela Miller, into their senior. She has it out high, guarded by Avery Lewis. 1:15 to go. She'll spin, and there's a foul out high on Avery Lewis. That'll be her first. Team's 8th here with 1:13 to go. But Michaela Miller, 4 of 4 at the line tonight. She is pretty much automatic at the line. Coming into tonight, 83%. She has 4 of 4 at the line, though. Cimarron, 5 of 10 from the line tonight. Scott City is 8 of 10 in the fourth quarter. Miller with a rare miss. Erica Felker with the board, and Scott City can get it to a 1-score game here. 68 seconds to go. Mackenzie Metzger with the dribble, but then ball poked out of bounds by Michaela Miller. Stops the clock with 1:06 to go in the game, and the Beavers down 5 with the ball. They'll get it in the right corner to Avery Lewis. Now a high right to Mackenzie Metzger. Final minute of this one up top to Felker, left side to Brinley Stevens. Stevens up top right to Metzger. 55 seconds to go. Coach Amy Felker wants time to talk things over with her team with 53 seconds left. It's a full timeout, and we will keep it right here with 53 seconds to go. Lady Beavers down to 1 timeout left, trailing by 5, 49-44. They've called all 4 of their timeouts here in this fourth quarter. Cimarron has 2 fulls and 2 30s left. Possession arrow favors the Lady Beavers if there happens to be a tie-up. Team foul situation, 9 for the Blue Jays and 8 for the Lady Beavers. Foul trouble both sides. Michaela Miller has 4 for Cimarron. Taryn Jansen, Gina Wilson also in foul trouble for the Lady Blue Jays with 3. Scott City has a little foul trouble. Kendall Gentry has 3. That's kind of the foul trouble situation there for both teams. Lady Beavers 3-1 on the year. Cimarron 3-1 as well. Scott City burning their second to last timeout here. And it'll be Lady Beaver basketball out of their full timeout. Timeout running out here. There we go. And it will be Avery Lewis to do the honors here. She'll inbound it into Erica Felker out high. 50 seconds to go. Felker will drive left side, gets it poked away. It'll still stay with the Blue Jays, or Lady Beavers, excuse me, with 47.6 left in this one. Lewis to inbound it. Sonde to guard the entry feed. Out high, now in the hands of Erica Felker. A screen for Felker, goes right side. Ball deflected, but picked back up by Felker. She hits the deck, and she'll lose it out of bounds. There'll be a turnover. And Cimarron's coach, Austin Stebbins, wants a 30-second timeout here with 41.6 to go. So a costly turnover there, but good defense by the Blue Jays out high, forcing that turnover. Lady Beavers into their 16th turnover of the night. 49-44, costly turnover for the Lady Beavers. And Scott City with 8 fouls. You know who it's going to go into the hands of here. Out of this Blue Jay timeout. Stebbins in his second year as the head coach for the Blue Jays. They were 16-7 a year ago in that Kingman sub-state. They lost to Hugoton in the sub-state championship game. Speaking of Hugoton, they'll be coming to Cimarron on Friday. Cimarron out of the after tonight, they have Hugoton the 16th and then Goodland in January at home on the 6th. The two top teams in 3A a year ago. Of course, Hugoton bumping up to 4A this year. Out of the 32nd Blue Jay timeout, it's Cimarron's ball. Michaela Miller gets the inbound feed guarded by Gentry in the backcourt. 35 seconds to go. Miller dribbles behind the back, brings it across the 10-second line. Scott City may need to foul here momentarily, but you know it's not going to get out of Miller's hands. Bounce pass now to Tarrant, and she is fouled with 23.8 seconds to go. That ran off a lot of time. Team foul number 9 on the Beavers this half. Fouling Erica Felker, that's her third. 23.8 to go. It's a 1-1 for Taryn Jantz, who has an opportunity to get her 15th point here tonight. 1-1 is good. She'll get the bonus. 49, or make that 50 to 44. 23.8 seconds to go. A year ago, it was 50 to 46. Scott City falling to Cimarron in this building, and Jan sinks them both, and it's 51-44. 20 seconds to go in this one. Bullet pass Avery Lewis, and that goes off her hands. Back-to-back Scott City turnovers, and that may about do it here. Scott City not giving up, though. Back-to-back Lady Beaver turnovers down the stretch here. But tell you what, this team grew up even more tonight. A lot of these players are their 5th varsity game of significant minutes of the year, or of their careers, I should say. Foul called, 17 seconds to go. That'll be team foul number 10. That's the first foul on Mackenzie Metzger. Double bonus here for Jana Wilson, who has 2 points in this fourth quarter. 17.4 to go. 51-44, Scott City down 7. Cimarron looking to ice this one at the line, and they do with the first one from Wilson. Her third point, 52-44. Shannon Salyer in for Caitlin Sonde, who's had a big night. 15 points, 11 boards unofficially for the 6'1 senior. Second free throw, they're going to wave that one off. She stepped on the free throw line after the release. And still, it remains an 8-point game. And Cimarron apply full court pressure, run some more time off the clock. In it goes to Erica Felker, 15 seconds left. She takes in the front court, and that ball poked loose that time by Wilson. And that stops it with 12.3 remaining. Lewis inbounded in for Scott City. Left corner to Erica Felker. She'll drive the left baseline, hangs, shoots. Tough shot, no. Rebound, Michaela Miller, and she'll dribble this one out. She grabs her 4th board of the night, and Cimarron's going to come out of here with an 8-point victory. Final score, It is Cimarron 52, Scott City 44. Lady Beavers fall to 3-2 on the year, but put up a very good fight without, or a little shorthanded here tonight as they fall to 3-2. Cimarron now 4-1 on the year as they'll host the Hugoton Lady Eagles on Friday night. 52-44, Cimarron knocks off Scott City. Post game to begin after this 3-minute timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Great Western Tire is happy to be a part of the Scott City community. They have
fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out
for an oil change or alignment. Great Western Tire, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays 8 to 1. Visit their locations at Kobe, Oakland,
JRCarandTruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Thing to do, the way to be prepared. Or give us a call. We can work with you.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Fairly Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers.
No matter what your focus is, the Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and
Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current Beavers and individuals that will
You can also sign up online at Scott
grow into those roles in the future. Fairly Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in. Because your community is our community.
Tell me more.
Where you live, where you work, where you play. We do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to
Post-game show here tonight presented by Scott City Ace Hardware. Of course, we'll have our Scott City coaches there show there tomorrow night, 6 o'clock here on Mix 94.5. Well, tonight,
it's what we
the Lady Blue Jays of Cimarron come into Scott City, pick up an 8-point victory, 52-44. But it wasn't without a good fight here for the Lady Beavers of Scott City here, as Scott City falls to 3-2 on the year. Cimarron improves to 4-1. It was back and forth in that first quarter. Scott City started out, I would say, past red hot. It was more white hot, shooting 6 of 6 to begin the ball game. And Scott City led it 14-6 with about 3:41 to go first quarter. And Cimarron called a timeout, and then they went on a big run. They would go on a 23-3 run over about a 7-minute stretch in the game and lead it 29-17. That was their largest lead with 3:40 to go first half. The Lady Beavers would score final 6 of the first half to pull to within 29-23 at the break, and then score the first 2 points of the half. The Lady Beavers will get to within 33-30 with 4:16 to go third quarter, and then 7 of the next 8 points were scored by Cimarron to go up by 9 going into the fourth quarter at 40-31. Cimarron would lead by as many as 12 in that fourth quarter, 47-35. Scott City would go on a 9-2 run over about a 3-minute stretch. They would get to within 49-44, the minute 23 to go. The Lady Beavers had a chance to get it to within one possession, but they had back-to-back turnovers, and Cimarron would score 3 points at the line to close things out in the final seconds and pull out a 52-44 game. Final numbers here tonight for Cimarron as they're 4-1 on the year. They've won the 6th straight matchup between the Lady Beavers and the Lady Blue Jays. They had 16 points tonight from Taylor Jan. She also had 9 boards unofficially. 15 points, 11 rebounds for Caitlin Sonde. Michaela Miller had 12 points. The Lady Beavers did a very good job of really limiting her ability or her shots here tonight. And Miller did a lot other things other than score. She's a pretty good all-around player for Cimarron, and of course is headed to Creighton. She signed there a month ago. 6 tonight from Janae Fugit. She had a couple of threes, one in the first quarter, one in the third quarter. And Jana Wilson, who had 3 points, all coming in the fourth quarter for the Blue Jays. Cimarron had 14 fouls, 13 turnovers. They had 9 steals, 14 defensive rebounds, 13 offensive boards, a total of 27 rebounds. They owned the glass tonight over Scott City, 27-13 unofficially. For Scott City tonight, it was Erica Felker with a season-high 21 points. She did hit 3 triples. She was 6 of 6 from the line in the fourth quarter, had 9 of her points in the fourth. Avery Lewis with a career-high 9 tonight. She was 3 of 6 at the line. Those are her first attempts of the year in varsity play tonight. 6 for Kendall Gentry on her 16th birthday. 4 tonight from Megan Trout, all coming in the first half. And then Brinley Stevens got her first varsity points of the year in the fourth quarter with 2. And Cheyenne Kramer had a second quarter basket. She had 2 points as well tonight for Scott City. They pretty much played 7 players tonight, the 7-player rotation. Lady Beavers had a good effort. They were shorthanded tonight but fell short here, 52-44. Lady Beavers had 14 fouls, 17 turnovers, 6 steals. They had just 13 boards tonight, 9 defensive and 4 offensive, but man, they put together a good effort here tonight. Final 52-44. They'll have Colby on the road in the event center on Friday. They did not play tonight. Postponement due to weather. They had more of a blizzard-like conditions up at Colby, and so they called the games off with them in Holcomb. And they will play that game in Holcomb, Colby and Holcomb, on the 5th of January. And Scott City will go to Colby on Friday. Cimarron hosts Hugoton. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break, and we'll have an interview coming up here for you up next in 3 minutes. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Don't let Christmas shopping be stressful. Ease the stress with a trip to your Christmas shopping destination, Giftologist in Scott City and Leota. Inside Giftologist, Santa's helpers have the store stocked full of great gift ideas. View their lineup of fine jewelry, collegiate items, home decor, and so much more. Also check out the variety of popular cookware and grillware for the family chef. Why go out of town when you can get quality stocking stuffers at great prices? And don't forget that Giftologist has gift wrapping. The country oven baked goods are available daily. Ease the stress of Christmas shopping with a visit to Giftologist in Scott City and Leota.
Protect your bottom line with crop insurance from Farm Bureau Financial Services. Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City and Leota can help you select the right federal crop and crop hail insurance options for your farming operation. Call Farm Bureau agents Berta Benz and Hugh Benz in Scott City or Leota today to discuss affordable programs, competitive tools, and resources that can benefit your business. Now that's insurance for agriculture. Western Agricultural Insurance Company, an equal opportunity provider.
Life is all about your vision. That's what Dr. Joshua Gooden and the staff at Scott City Eye Center believe. They care about your health and are dedicated to exceptional service to give your vision the level of attention it deserves. Dr. Gooden can diagnose and treat an array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. It's easy to see that Scott City Eye Center cares for your vision. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden today at 620-872-0040. Scott City Eye Center supports all area school activities.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in
Here at American Implement, we're proud to be part of the community.
To live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
The world needs more farmers, people who know the land, people who support rural communities, people who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Pressure on Erica, and those other girls went to the hole. They looked for their open shots, and they got themselves to the free throw line a lot. So, you know, they really stepped up and learned a lot. I think they learned a lot tonight.
And coming in here, it was, you guys were hot shooting. 6 of 6 to start the game, and I kind of joked to Phil like Cimarron called the fire department to cool you guys down there, but they went on that big run, but that was a huge run. You withstood that, had a chance there in the third quarter to within 3, to within 5 in the fourth quarter. And you know, this is a young team that I thought, even though they lost tonight, really grew up there and proved that they can play with a lot of teams.
You know, they did. They really stepped up defensively and put some pressure on some girls. They were really attacking the basket. So, you know, I think they really stepped up. They learned a lot, and now we're just going to keep building with that and saying, you can do this every game, not just tonight.
I thought your defense was pretty good on Michaela Miller tonight. You hold her to half of her season average, made other players on the court beat you guys, and you did. And I think that's a testament to what the kids bought into with the defense.
You know, our goal was actually to keep her to under 17. So, you know, keeping her to 12 was even more positive for us. We did a great job of knowing where she was at on the court and not giving her any open shots. And we just, you know, knew where she was at. And the girls really bought into everything we asked them to do today.
And Erica had a big night. She started off with the game's first 7 for you guys, ended up with 21 points, but you knew that they were going to be all over her tonight. And, you know, her 21 points were definitely hard to earn, but you also had some other players that stepped up big. Kendall Gentry had a couple big shots there in the first quarter, ended up with 6. And how about Avery Lewis? She was pretty solid throughout tonight.
You know, Erica, you know, knew she was going to have to step up and do her job. And she did, and I'm very proud of her leadership and that kind of stuff tonight. But Avery, you know, she really came out of her shell tonight and really took it to the basket and was looking to score. You know, I'm super proud of her effort and what she did. Kendall just kind of continued to grow and keep building on what she's already done in the past few games.
Well, I know it's a loss, but a lot you can take out of this. You'll have 2 more big games before the Christmas break. You head up to Colby on Friday night to face a pretty good Colby team.
You know, they are. They're going to be quick and scrappy, and they can shoot again. So, you know, we just need to really regroup, bounce back, and be ready to play another hard game. And, you know, we want to get this one on the road. You know, it's always hard to play in Colby, but these girls are ready. They're determined, and they want to get another win.
Well, Coach, once again, thank you for the time. A good effort for your team tonight. We'll see you later on here this week.
Thanks, Adam.
All right, once again, Coach Amy Felker dropping by here post-game, wrapping up the girls here. We'll come back in 1 minute. We'll come back with the boys interview with head coach Brian Gentry. Pre-game of the boys coming up in 1 minute. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Located at 13 514 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Foodliner. Don't forget to visit today.
At Turner Sheet Metal, our main goal is to enhance the comfort of your home while making sure that our customers are 100% satisfied. Need your furnace checked for the winter? Call us. Need your air conditioner cleaned for the summer? Our NATE certified technicians are the guys for the job. Turner Sheet Metal, your Bryant authorized dealer in Scott City, can also help you save up to 40% on your heating and cooling costs with a Bryant Evolution system. Call for a free estimate and let us help keep your family comfortable and safe. Turner Sheet Metal, South Highway 83 in Scott City.
Welcome back here to Scott Community Event Center. Adam Kadavy with you on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. I'm joined here with Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame tonight. And Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. It was a tough loss on Saturday night against Garden City, 55-41 there, the final there. And your first setback of the year. Did some good things in the game. Just that third quarter, I think, was pretty much the only difference in that ball game.
Yeah, the third quarter, the end of the second quarter, kind of triggered, that third quarter as well. They hit 2 late threes. We missed a layup, so they cut it to 3. And, we had the lead out to 10, I think, in that second quarter. And then the tempo really shifted on us in the third. They were really deliberate, and they got good looks in the third quarter. And we struggled to put the ball in the basket. We weren't doing anything, poorly on the offensive side as far as shot selection goes. We just didn't have the ball movement that we were kind of accustomed to seeing. We weren't running in transition when we got the rebounds. I think when they got that lead, we kind of froze up and got a little bit tight. So that's a learning experience for our guys that can only make us better. And I think they understand that now, that it doesn't matter. If we're up 15 or we're down, 5 or whatever it is, we want to get the ball and go. And as long as they continue to play in transition, we're going to be better.
I'm going to play like Avery Knoll on Saturday night. Comes up with a career high 11 points. I know it was tough for Jax to get his points just because of the matchup. And tough throughout here, but you take a look at what Avery did. That's another offensive weapon you guys could potentially have.
Yeah, Avery's a great slasher. He's a good rebounder. He just hustles, and he kind of finds himself in the right spots on missed shots. So yeah, we need him definitely, and when he gets going, he's kind of one of those guys who just continuously gets better throughout the season, and we're going to need him for sure. Because he had a great ball game. I thought even though number 4 had 27 points, Avery did a great job in the half court playing defense. And Avery can do that and give people trouble with his length and his size. So we look for Avery to continue to grow and get better, and our other guys to continue doing the same thing. Tonight, we want to definitely get up and down. We want to push the ball. We want to push the tempo, and we want to attack with our post play.
Once again, it is Coach Brian Gentry pregame tonight. Scott City facing the Cimarron Blue Jays. They've been out to a hot start. They're coming in with 2 straight losses here, and you take a look at this Cimarron team. I think they remind me of a pretty young team as well. But what did you see with the Blue Jays?
Well, they're gonna try to push when they can. They want to try to speed you up a little bit. Number 1 is a very fast, quick guard, and if you allow him to get past you, he can finish around the rim. Number 12 and number 13 can get hot, so we've got to be aware of where they're at. But with their defense, if they're going to play the 3-2 zone that I've seen on film, we need to make it, a very, very big point of our offense to get it into Jackson and allow him to go to work. But with that being said, if we can play in transition, I think our other guards are going to have great opportunities to push the ball and get easy layups.
Should be a good one here tonight. First of your league opponents you'll face tonight here in the non-league game. Coach Brian Gentry joining me here pregame. And Coach, thank you for the time and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver coach Brian Gentry. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, also bringing starters, keys, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Come back in 2 minutes, please. Thank you.
And supporting our local community.
Exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow Lewis to demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using their online form. For more information, go online to buylewis.com, where you always get it for less.
Dr. Yeager with Pro Health Chiropractic Office, what do you strive for with your patients?
Our goal, our vision, our desire is to help our communities be healthier and be able to provide that quality of health, not just for today, but I'd like to sit across the table from patients in years to come and realize we've made a difference in their life.
How do we get a hold of you?
271-0243 in Garden City. In Scott City, 872-2310. They can always go on the web at prohealthks.com.
Feel better now. Make an appointment with Dr. Yeager today.
And we're back here inside the Scott Community Event Center, moments away from getting started here tonight between Scott City and Cimarron here, as we'll break down this boys matchup coming in here to tonight here. Scott City 3-1 on the year. See how they can fight back after their first setback of the year on Saturday night in Garden City, 55-41 to a very good Garden City team who's going to be could be kind of a sleeper in Class 6A this year. They Garden City 5-0 going into tonight's game with Life Prep Academy, but the Beavers gave it a good shot there. Out of their 16 quarters this year, they've had one bad quarter, and that was the third quarter against Garden City, where it wasn't that they played bad, they just could not get shots to drop in, and they were outscored 19-4. In that third quarter against a very good Garden City team, ended up falling 55-41. A 14-point game, you lose the quarter by 15. Well, that was the difference there, that third quarter. As the Beavers had a good effort across the board. Avery Knoll had a career high that game with 11 points on Saturday night in that victory there. And it was a game where Jackson Rumford was held in check, season low 8 points, but did a lot of other things. Good rebounding, good defense, and Scott City did some good things. And wasn't all bad there against Garden City. They had the lead for most of that, or had the lead for pretty much the entire first half, but that third quarter was just the big story there. Ended up losing by 14, 55-41. On the other side, Scott City averages 55 points a game. Cimarron coming out averaging 51, and they're an improved team from a year ago. They're 2-2. They were a 5-16 team last season, and now they're 2-2. They had a big win over Holcomb. It was their first win over the Longhorns, they said, in 15 years. That was a 64-61 overtime win, and then they beat league rival Southwestern Knights 59-36, and then took one on the chin on Friday night to Sublette 62-32 before falling to Meade 57-49 in a game where the Blue Jays had to fight back from 20 points down. They got it to within striking distance in the fourth quarter, as they had a chance there at the end and fell 57-49. But this is a Cimarron team that averages 51 points a game. They're led by Trace Copper. He is going to be one that's going to be looked upon a lot tonight and all year. He averages 14 points a game. He's a 5'8 sophomore, but they have pretty good seniors. They have Lane Berry, a 6'4 senior, averages 8. Samuel Allen, 8.5 points a game. And Zach Lopez, who averages just under 8 points a game. So they have a team that can show a little balance as well. A team that averages 51 points a game. They're under head coach Chris Chilton in his second season, and he's really trying to improve that Cimarron Blue Jay program here, as we will get to your starters here, starting off here. Let's get to the starting lineups here, once again presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. Free bill pay and online banking, safe, secure, and easy use. Member FDIC. For the Cimarron Blue Jays, coached by Chris Chilton in his second season. And he is assisted by Todd Hamilton, as well as Tanner Seacrest. For the Blue Jays, they will start off Trace Copper. He is a 5'8" sophomore that averages 14 points and 4 assists a game. Lane Beery, a 6'4" senior, averaging 8.3 points and 1.3 boards a game. Samuel Allen, he's a 6' senior and 8.5 points a game. Also, Zach Lopez, a 6'2" senior, averaging 7.8 points and 6 boards a game. And Miguel Ramirez, a 6' sophomore at 5 points and 3.5 boards a game. Trace Copper, Lane Beery, Samuel Allen, Zach Lopez, and Miguel Ramirez, the starting 5 tonight for the Cimarron Blue Jays. For the Scott City Beavers, Brian Gentry, the head coach in his 7th season, and the Beavers have really been off to a really good start here this year, assisted by Joey Meyer and Drew Kite. It's Dylan Metzger, a 6'1" senior, averaging 10.5 points and 3 rebounds a game. Avery Knoll, the 6'3" junior, averages 5 points and 4.8 boards. He is coming off a career high at Garden City on Saturday night, 11 points. For Scott City, also Alex Tarango, the 5'9" sophomore, averages 3.5 points and nearly 2 assists per game. Jackson Rumford, double-double machine, the 6'5" sophomore at 16.8 points and 12 rebounds a game. And Lawson Bailey rounding out the starting 5 tonight. He is a 6'1" senior at 10.5 points and 5 boards a game. Dylan Metzger, Avery Knoll, Alex Tarango, Jackson Rumford, and Lawson Bailey. Is public address announcer Steve Kuchark had to get a new mic. His other one had a dead battery, so he's on mic number 2 of the night. So a little delay with the start, as he was introducing the starters here tonight. So that's your starting lineups here tonight, once again brought to you by Security State Bank. Keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout, where you go to the proven winner, and when it comes to insurance, they score big with their policy holders. Keys tonight for Scott City. I think the first big key for the Beavers is going to be pounding it inside to Rumford. That's a mismatch on paper anyway. Rumford, I think, could be key tonight, pounding it in. I think second key is don't let Trace Copper get hot. He's a pretty good shooter overall. He's shooting 35%. He's our team leader at 14 points a game. Those are your keys here tonight, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Officials in tonight's ball game: Lane Biggie, Matt Murrow, and Jared Hendricks. Those are the officials tonight. They did a pretty good job in the girls' game, and they're pretty positive they're going to do a pretty good game or job here in the boys' game here tonight. The team's been fully introduced. Other games tonight involving GWAC teams. Goodland has the night off. They were scheduled to have the night off. The list is at Stanton County. Also, Hewden at Southwestern Heights. Holcomb and Colby postponed because of weather, January 5th. Cimarron wearing the road navy blue uniforms with the white numbers and letters and lighter blue trim. Scott City in those home whites with the lighter blue numbers and letters, dark blue trim. Jackson Rumford and Lane Berry to tip, and Scott City wins the tap, and we're underway here from the Scott Community Event Center. The Blue Jays open up kind of a floating defense, and then Rumford gets the ball ripped away immediately by Allen. First turnover on Scott City. They come in averaging 17.5 turnovers a game. Both teams do, in fact. There's a foul on the floor on the shot attempt, 19 seconds into the game. The foul will be charged to Jackson Rumford, his first. That was a key on Saturday night at Garden City. He picked up his third foul in the third quarter and really kind of took what Scott City wanted to do out of their ball game. And And Cimarron will throw it away in an unforced error off the inbounds, getting it into Samuel Allen, who steps on the sideline. And both teams one possession early on and one turnover. We're 21 seconds into the game. No score. Scott City's second opportunity here with the ball. Cimarron plays man-to-man for the most part here. Bailey within the backcourt still for Metzger. He'll get it over to Metzger, right side into the front court. Now right corner to Avery Knoll. Head fakes. He'll drive in. He'll lay it up and leaves it short that time. And the rebound goes to Lane Beery for Cimarron. No score. We've played 40 seconds in transition. Layup too strong. The follow good. That time by the trailer, Miguel Ramirez, and it's 2-0 Blue Jays. As we're down to 7:11 to go, first quarter of play. Scott City with it. Alex Trango will drive and kicks it right side. Metzger open for three. Short. Rebound, Alex Trango underneath. Pivots, back out high to Metzger, and Scott City resets. They trail it 2-0, first minute plus of the ball game. Trango turns down the three. Now at high to Bailey. Head fake. And now backside Avery Knoll. He'll lose it out of bounds, and Scott City will commit turnover number 2. So the Blue Jays with the momentum early on with a 2-0 lead. 6:46 to work here in the first quarter. But Cimarron hit 1 out of the first 2. Scott City 0 of the first 2. Shooting the ball here. Copper with it up top. Lopez goes right side with the pass. Man-to-man defense for Scott City. Allen now up top. It goes to Lopez. Back over to Allen. Guarded by Bailey up top. Cimarron won here 2 years ago when they're only winning this series. Scott City's won 17 out of 18 meetings since 2005. Left wing. Now in it goes left block. Backing his way in was Lopez. Floats it up top to Beery for three. Deadens off the back iron and drops off, and Lawson Bailey crashes aboard for Scott City. And now loose in a turnover. Third turnover layup is good. Samuel Allen makes it 4-0 with 6:03 to go first quarter. And the Blue Jays has forced 3 early turnovers on Scott City in the front court. Metzger, he'll launch a left side three. That one will rattle home. His 10th triple of the year. Puts Scott City on the board with 5:50 to go first quarter at 4-3. Scott City knocks one down. 3 early turnovers. His concern here's Copper on there, then runner no. Rolls out, and Jackson Rumford grabs the board for Scott City. Down 1, looking to take their first lead of the night with 5.5 to go. Here's Rumford. Stop and pop 3. No. Rebound, last touch by they'll say last deflected. Metzger had it and then went off the fingertips of Lane Beery. It'll still stay with Scott City on their end of the court with 5:29 to go first quarter. They'll lob it into Rumford, who catches it and scores it from right around the basket. 5-4 Scott City, 5:26 to go first quarter. Assist Avery Knoll. And the 5-0 run gives Scott City their first lead of the night. 5:18 to work first quarter. Copper with it out high. Uses up a dribble, deflected by Knoll out high. He's got the steal. Second Cimarron turnover. Knoll, spin move. Goes to his right. His stuff going up. Stripped that time by Copper, and a turnover back to Cimarron, And now left side or right side. Here's a southpaw three, and it's down. Lane Beery, his 8th triple. Answer back three. 7-5 Blue Jays. 4:58 to go first quarter. A little pressure in the backcourt by Cimarron. Scott City turns the ball over for the 5th time. A steal by the Blue Jays. 5 early first quarter turnovers, and Cimarron with a 2-point lead in the ball. 4:40 to go first period. Right corner it goes to Lane Beery and a whistle, and Coach Chris Chilton wants a 30-second timeout with 4:35 to go first period of play. We'll keep it right here. Basketball presented here tonight by Jackson Legal Group, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, McCarty Family Farms, Metzger Appraisals and Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Western Bearing, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Norder Supply, New Life Market, Plain Jan's, Platinum H Insurance, and Pokey Feeders. Let's pause momentarily for this station identification. This is Scott City Beaver Basketball.
Predictable. With Pioneer Hybrids and Corteva Agriscience, you gain a partner that can help you confidently navigate any unfamiliar terrain. Our breeding program, biotechnology, and incomparable support ensure you grow acres of greatness. For more information, contact Kevin Davis with Precision Ag and Seed at 620-874-0478. And go Beavers!
This is KSKL Scott City here, back here after the quick timeout. Cimarron with the lead, 7-5, 4.5 to go first quarter. Lane Berry drives in, floats one up off the back iron. No rebound. Jackson Rumford has it for Scott City. Beavers down in transition to Metzger. His layup right side. We're tied for the first time at 7. 4:17 to go first quarter. And on the other end, a shot is good. That's Copper, his first 2. 9-7, 4:10 to go first period of play. The Beavers tied it up, but not for long. And now Metzger needs help in the backcourt, and it's poked out of Rumford's hands, but he tracks it down. Baseball pass wide open is Avery Knoll. He will kiss it off the glass for the tie. His first basket, 9-all, 3:54 to go first quarter. And Scott City ties it back up for the second time. 9-all, 3:48 to work first quarter. Cimarron was 2 subs to check in. Next dead ball. Copper has it. Now goes left with the pass to Lane Beery. Tied up at 9. Up top it goes to Samuel Allen. Now ball poked by Alex Tarango. It's still going to be Blue Jay ball. It's Larius Pepper in for the first time. He is a 5'10 junior, and David Mendez a 5'7 senior. And it's stolen away. Here's Jackson Rumford. He lost the dribble momentarily, but he got it back. That's Cimarron's third turnover of the quarter. 3:20 to go first quarter. We're tied at 9. Rumford right side to Lawson Bailey. Back up top to Alex Tarango. Left side to Metzger. Wanted to launch the 3, but it was quickly guarded, and it goes to Lawson Bailey. His shot up in the paint is good. His first 2, and Scott City has the lead back 11-9 as we approach 3 to go first quarter. And now left corner, left wide open is Pepper for 3. In and out rebound, fought for, and it's won by Avery Knoll. Lead pass down the floor to Jackson Rumford. Here we go. He will try to dunk, but he's fouled, and he'll get 2 free throws. Trace Copper raced quickly down the floor, and he'll commit foul number 1 and Cimarron's first foul of the night. With 2:54 to go first quarter, Rumford to the line for 2 free throws to extend the Scott City lead. And Rumford thinking maybe he was going to have an opportunity for a dunk there, but Copper hacks him in the meantime. 2 free throws for Rumford. 6 of 7 on the year, make it now 7 of 8, and Scott City adds to the run. 2:54 to go first quarter. Samuel Allen and Alec Whitman in for the first time. He is a 6'3 senior for the Blue Jays. They'll play between 8 to 9 players. Second free throw, Rumford swishes them both. He has 4. That's the difference in the ball game. It's a 6-0 Scott City run with 2:54 to go first quarter at 13-9. Cimarron inbounds it in. Scott City trying to press, but Copper will break it. Dribbles between the legs. Shifty footwork, and he'll be guarded by Alex Tarango. I believe they've been summer basketball teammates playing summer ball. Out high with it is Larius Pepper. Guarded tightly by Tarango. Poked away. Metzger saves it, but he's going to be called for the walk, but a good hustle nonetheless. That was good defense out high by Tarango. They rotated. So teams trade turnovers there. 4th turnover for Cimarron and the 6th for, or make that the 5th for Scott City in the first quarter here with 2:38 to go in the opening period. 13-9, Scott City leads. Cimarron's ball right corner with Samuel Allen. Man-to-man defense applied by the Beavers. Allen drives the right baseline, tight ropes it, throws it away, trying to get it to David Mendez, the 5th Blue Jay turnover. 2:32 here in the opening 8 minutes. Scott City looking to add to their 6-0 run, up 13-9. Pressure by Cimarron in the backcourt. Lawson Bailey now with it. He isolated. He'll get it across the lob to Avery Knoll. Now driving in his Rumford, catches it, power dribble, pivots, goes to his left, misses it from point blank, got his own rebound, but stripped, gets it back, and we're going to get a whistle and a holding foul. Team foul number 2 on Cimarron with 2:14 to work first quarter. I believe they're going to get David Mendez on the foul, and they will his first. 2 fouls on the Blue Jays, 1 on the Beavers. 13-9, Scott City lead, 2:14 to work first quarter as Knoll to inbound it in. Metzger wide open. He'll fire the 3 off the inbounds and bury it. He has 8. 2 threes for him, and it's 16-9 with 2:09 to go third quarter, and a 9-0 Scott City run to go up 7 here. Late first quarter, 2 minutes to go. And Allen uses up a dribble out high now and finds Trace Copper, and he'll split the defenders. His runner, but a foul before the shot. Be Scott City's second foul of the quarter, and that'll be charged on Avery Knoll. Or charged to Avery Knoll. I apologize for the improper English. His first, Coy Vance. Dylan Duff will be the first 2 off the Scott City bench tonight. Vance, a 5'10 junior. Duff, a 5'9" junior, as Alex Tarango and Avery Knoll will check out. $1:57 to go first quarter, a 7-point Scott City lead, and the ball will be off of Scott City on the inbounds. A couple seconds will come off the clock. It'll still remain Coy Vance, or no, correction, that is the right call. I was like, at first I thought it went off the Cimarron's foot, but they did get it right. It belonged to Scott City. 6th Cimarron turnover. Minute 50 to go first quarter. Lawson Bailey drives to the top of the key, will pop the three and bury it. His 7th triple. He has 5, and it's a 12-0 run, 19-9, final 100 seconds of this first quarter. Scott City on a 12-0 run. Coach Brian Gentry in that defensive stance, applauding his team on the other end. Left side here, Arius Pepper guarded by Lawson Bailey out high. Now uses up a dribble, lobs it left side to Copper, guarded by Metzger. He'll drive in. Lob is thrown away, right into the hands. Shot blocked by Jackson Rumford on the attempt that time by Whitman. They'll get it back, though, as Copper has in a whistle, and we're going to have a kick ball. It'll still stay with the Blue Jays with $1:13 to go first quarter, as we have a trio of Blue Jays flocking back into the game. Zach Lopez, also Miguel Ramirez, and Lane Beery, 3 starters, as Trace Copper among the 3 to check out with 73 first quarter seconds to go. Alec Whitman also checks out, and David Mendez as well. Off a screen, off the inbounds, a wide open 3, too strong, and then Rumford could not collect the rebound, and it will stay with Cimarron. It went right off of him, straight out of bounds, off the Allen 3-point shot with 69 seconds to go first quarter. Ramirez finds a nice cut and a layup for Lane Beery. 3-minute drop broken there with 1:04 to go first quarter. Scott City 19-11. Now Coy Vance throws it away. Scott City with their 6th turnover here in the first period, and a whistle and a push out high on Metzger, his first. Team's 3rd here with 55 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Scott City lead at 8 at 19-11. Both teams, or correction, actually Cimarron with 2 fouls in the quarter. 55.8 to go opening period. Miguel Ramirez to inbound it, does so up top to Lane Beery. Goes left with the pass to Samuel Allen, guarded by Coy Vance. Now left baseline, Larius Pepper. Pepper flips it back up top to Allen. 45 seconds to work first quarter. Now with it is Ramirez, guarded by Metzger. Now goes left to Samuel Allen. 19-11 Scott City lead. They went on a 14-2 run before Cimarron ended the really as a 12-0 run. Open for 3 out high, bouncing off, rebound Jackson Rumford. That was put up by Samuel Allen. Rumford collects his 3rd board of the quarter. Scott City with it in the backcourt, and Vance with the pass to Bailey. He'll bring it into the front court with 20 seconds. Metzger going for the hat trick of 3s in the first quarter. Short rebound, long rebound to Alex Lopez on the left side. 12 seconds to go first quarter. Scott City's lead at 8. Cimarron is going to almost throw it out of bounds. Here is Beery out high. He'll fire the 3, blocked. Rebound in the hands of Lawson Bailey. 1 second, his half-court heave is on the way, and it's wide right. And that's the end of period 1. 19-11, Scott City leads it after 1. We'll come back in a minute for this second period of play. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Great summer of aerial application. Would like to thank their customers this season. They wish all a productive, efficient harvest and hope you think of them whenever you see a plane in the sky. Fall is the time for pasture spraying for milk facilities.
Scott City with an 8-point lead. It'll be Cimarron Blue Jay ball to begin the second quarter. Scott City was 6 of 12 from the floor. Cimarron 5 of 11. It's a 19-11 Beaver lead. The Blue Jays will get the ball to begin the second quarter. Leading the way for Scott City was Dylan Metzger, just below his season average. He has 8, averaging 10.5 on the year. Cimarron, they had 5 from Lane Beery to lead them in the first period. Here's Copper going coast to coast, and he'll lay it up and score it. He has his fourth point, 7:53 to go first half, and Cimarron now pulls to within 6 at 19-13. Duff with the right baseline. Coy Vance dumps it in to Rumford. His shot is blocked from behind. A lot of contact, and Lane Beery with the board. Scott City was 6-12 shooting in that first quarter. They were led by Dylan Metzger's 8 and Jackson Rumford's 4. Here's Copper. He'll drive in. That's going to be a charge taken by Lawson Bailey. That'll be his second, team foul number 3 on Cimarron this half. 7:32 to go first half. Alex Tarango and Avery Knoll back in. Coy Vance and Dylan Duff exit to the bench. And now in for the first time would be Larius Pepper, replacing Trace Copper, who has 4 points and 2 fouls. So their leading scorer now on the bench with 2 fouls. Let's just say leading scorer coming in. We have a timeout on the floor for Scott City. It is a 30-second timeout here. Early second quarter. Basketball presented tonight by Precision Ag and Seed, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, R&R Pallet, Richards Financial Services, Road and Beaton Green Agency, Scott City Eye Center, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, Scott Community Foundation, Scott Cooperative Association, Scott County Hospital, Scott County Record, and Scott Pro. Adam Cadavy with you here from the Scott Community Events Center. It's the boys' game of our twin bill here tonight on Mix 94.5 and also on the Beaver Broadcasting Network. 19-13 Scott City lead. They've led by as many as 10. Cimarron has scored the last 4 points of the game. 7:32 to go first half. The the Beavers have not scored in the last 3 minutes. Their last basket came with a minute 43 to go first half. Off the inbounds, Tarango finds Jackson Rumford out high. Front court bounce pass to Tarango, who will lay it up and is fouled. He got hacked. He'll get 2 free throws. Boy, you could tell that was drawn up by Coach Gentry out of the timeout, and Scott City executed it pretty well. It took a Cimarron foul to break it all up. The foul on Lane Beery, his first, team's 4th. Tarango 60% at the line this year at 3 of 5. Scott City's second trip to there, and that free throw crawls in for Tarango, averaging 3.5 as a sophomore, makes it 20-13. Early stages, second quarter, 7:26 left before recess. Tarango's second charity toss off to the right. Fight for the rebound and in the hands of Allen, who dribbles it out of bounds, and it'll belong to Scott City. So the Beavers will get the ball back up by 7. They've led by as many as 10, and Rumford to inbound it. He'll get it right baseline to Avery Knoll. Up top to Metzger. Bullet pass into Rumford. Backs his way in. Little hook shot right side and banks it home for his 6 point. 22-13. 7:16 to go first half. As the Beavers get a 3-point trip on that end of the court, and they get a whistle and a hack out high, and that's the second foul on Avery Knoll. Or correction, on Dylan Metzger. Would have been the second foul on Knoll if it was on him. But now foul trouble for Scott City. Team's 4th. As in for the first time is Eloy Ruelas, the 5'9 sophomore, replacing Metzger, who has 8 points and now 2 fouls. 9 points Scott City leads Cimarron's ball. They inbounded it into half court. 22-13 your score. Miguel Ramirez in, guarded by Alex Tarango. Ramirez with the dribble goes right with the pass to Lane Beery. Entry feed in, right block to Allen. Goes around Rumford, fadeaway shot, short rebound. Rumford grabs his 4th board of the night. Outlets it right to Tarango. They want to push. Now to Ruelas. Up top to Rumford. Couple dribbles up top. Goes right side. Ruelas open for 3. Rims in and out. Rebound tipped. And it's going to be a whistle and a pushing foul. Okay. And that's Avery Knoll's second foul. 6:45 to go first half. So Knoll now with 2. And Coach Brian Gentry goes deeper to the bench to bring in Camden Volgamore, the 6-foot sophomore. Scott City will play 10 players normally. They've played 9 here in the first half. Volgamore averages around a point a game. 6:45 to go first half. The lob in is too high, but kept alive. Cimarron has numbers. Momo Pepper underneath. Got too far for Lane Beery. His shot is short, but the rebound, the Blue Jays get it and then go up and score it. Lopez underneath for his first basket, making it 22-15. 6.5 to go first half. And now Vogelmore drives in. He wears number 12. Ruelas mid-range jumper too strong. And the rebound to the Blue Jays, Miguel Ramirez. 6:22 to go first half. Scott City's lead is at 7 at 22-15, playing with a little foul trouble here. We're down to 6:10 to go first half. Right side out high, Larius Pepper. And now stolen away. Here's Alex Tarango driving in. Bank shot left side, it crawls in. He has his first field goal and his third point, and it's back to a 9-point game. 24-15, 5:50 to go first half. Scott City's led by as many as 10, almost a walk there by Ramirez. He gets in the front court, left to Pepper. Now left baseline, firing up the three and knocking it down as Beery has 2 threes and 8 points. It makes it a 6-point game, 24-18 with 5:41 to go first half. Coach Chris Chilton in his second season at Cimarron calls a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 5:41 to go second quarter. It's Scott City 24, Cimarron 18. Back in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
If you're like most people, you travel all over, and it doesn't take much for your vehicle to get dirty.
8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
For Scott City. It'll be Alex Tarango and Camden Vogelmore to exit. So it looks like Vogelmore changed his jersey number to 12. Bailey to inbound it here. Left corner it goes to Brooks Bailey. He gets a strip, but last touch you'll say by Allen. Cimarron hanging tough here in this first half. 26-21, 3:27 to go first half. And Bailey looking to inbound it. Will lob it out high to Jackson Rumford and now to Brooks Bailey. Left side to his brother Lawson for the three. Too strong. Rebound to Cimarron. Backside Beery. And the Blue Jays have a chance to cut the deficit even more here with 3:14 to go first half. And now driving in, and that's going to be a charge taken by Brooks Bailey that time on Samuel Allen. His first to team sixth. And turnover back to the Beavers here with 3:11 to go first half. That time the sophomore Brooks Bailey stood in there strong. Correction, that's the second foul on Samuel Allen. So he has two, and he exits with 3:11 to go first half. 26-21, Scott City lead at 5 with the ball just outside of 3 minutes to go first half. They get it across, low pass, but retrieved by Rumford. Uses up a dribble, finds Lawson Bailey left baseline. He'll drive in. His reverse layup leaves it short, and the rebound goes to Zach Lopez. Beavers have not had a field goal in over 3 minutes now, as Cimarron are now stolen away. Their 11th turnovers they had in transition, and poked out by the Blue Jays. Scott City's cut down their turnovers so far here in the second quarter. Just one error in this second period. They had 7.5. But they have not been able to separate here from the Blue Jays. Lob into Rumford, catches it, spin move, goes up and is fouled by Alec Whitman, his first, and that'll be team foul number 7. And a 2-shot foul opportunity for Rumford, who has 6 points in the first half. So far, Cimarron has slowed the pace down. Actually, that's going to be on Zach Lopez, I beg your pardon. His second. Cimarron with 3 players with 2 fouls. Trace Copper, Samuel Allen, and Zach Lopez. And Rumford misses his first free throw of the night. He's now 2 of 3. He misses his second overall this year. Out will be Lopez, and then will be Miguel Ramirez, a 6-foot sophomore. 2:38 to go first half. It's 26-21 Scott City. They've led by as many as 10 in this first half. Avery Knoll to check in if Rumford hits his second free throw. And he missed both. Rare misses. Rebound goes to Mendez. 2:35 to work first half. Trace Copper with it. So Rumford coming in, only missing 1 free throw at 6 of 7 on the year, and now misses 2 there. He's 2 of 4, and is 8 of 11 on the year. 2:20 to go second quarter. Beery with it out high. Now a screen right side. Here is Mendez, and now ball deflected but picked up by Mendez, who he almost got walked with. And now Beery chucks up a 3 halfway in and out, ripped away by Lawson Bailey. They're going to call it tie-up. It'll still be Scott City ball on the possession arrow with 2:09 to go first half. That was on target for Beery. That rattled in and out. And now Avery Nolan replacing Eloy Ruelas with 2:09 to go first half. Scott City hanging on here to a 5-point lead at 26-21. Bailey now to Metzger. Scott City does get it across. Rumford puts it on the floor. Bounce pass to Avery Knoll behind the defense, who kisses it off the glass for point number 4. 28-21, 1:55 to go. First half, that breaks a 4-minute field goal drop for Scott City as they push the lead back up to 7. Late first half, coast to coast. Copper misses the runner. Rebound, Lawson Bailey has it, and they have numbers. Bailey in transition to Metzger. Pump fakes, shot up, no. And the rebound, we're going to get a whistle, holding foul. And that's going to be team foul number 7, and that could be on Metzger. If that's the case, that'll be his third. And it is. So Metzger picks up a critical foul with 1:37 to go first half. His third foul, team 7th, and a 1-1 coming up here for Lane Beery, who's 8 of 9 at the line this year, as Alex Tarango has to check in for Metzger. 1-1 for Beery, who has 8 points right at his season average. Cimarron's first trip to the line tonight. They're a team that shoots 54%, and they missed the free throw. Brooks Bailey grabs the board and throws it over to his brother Lawson. 7-point Scott City lead, 90 seconds to go first half here from the Scott Community Event Center. Brooks Bailey, right corner, entry feed into Rumford, backing his way in quickly. Corral now high to Alex Triangle, left side to Lawson Bailey. One dribble, now skips it right side. Brooks Bailey fires a three. Too strong. Rebound, Knoll tips it. Almost committed foul number 3 to process, and David Mendez has it boxed out. Had a good look for Brooks in the corner, just couldn't hit it. Back to Cimarron, 65 seconds to go first half. Screen right side for Berry. Entry feed in. Right block to Ramirez. Pivots at the right block out high. Berry for 3. Good. He has 3 threes and 11 points, and it's a 4-point game with 52 seconds to go. First half of 28-24. Cimarron staying in this game thanks to the 3-point shooting here. Up top left, he goes to Lawson Bailey, left baseline. Brooks Bailey underneath to Rumford. Pump fakes, let the defender go by and puts it off the glass for his 8th point. 30-24 with 35 seconds to go first half. Scott City lead pushed back to 6. Here's Trace Copper, spin move back up top. Here's a 3 for Ramirez. That's too strong. Rebound. Jackson Rumford wrestles it away from his teammate. The Beavers up by 6 with the ball. 20 seconds to go first half. Brooks Bailey left side. Entry feed into Jackson Rumford and a push. That'll be on Miguel Ramirez, his first and the team's 8th with 15.4 to go first half. And Jackson Rumford, who has 8 points, missed his last 2 free throws, will be at the line for a 1-and-1. 30-24 Scott City lead. Cimarron has outscored the Beavers 13-11 in this second quarter. Xavier Knoll checks that. Coach Brian Gentry does not want him to get his 3rd foul. Coy Vance in for him. So Rumford at the line for a 1-and-1, and he will make the free throw. Go get the bonus. 31-24, 15.4 to go first half. Second free throw pending here for the 6'5 sophomore, looking to get to double figures. Oh, that one rimmed in and out. Rebound loose, and still loose, and picked up by Cimarron in the hands of Ramirez, who flips it over to Copper with 8 seconds to go. Copper blows by Brooks Bailey. He'll take it all the way. His layup blocked out of there by Rumford. With 3.4 to go first half, Rumford averaging just under 2 blocks a game. And substitution in Samuel Allen for this final play of the half with 3.4 to go first half. 31-24 Scott City lead. Blue Jays to lob it in as Copper to inbound it in. Trying to find somebody. Ball is deflected, picked up by Trent. Oh, we probably walked with it and then stolen away. Both teams trade turnovers and a very ugly looking into the first half. That's all I'll say. 31-24, Scott City up by 7 at intermission over the Cimarron Blue Jays here at the second game of your doubleheader tonight. We'll come back in 3 minutes with your halftime show and more. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Miller Veterinary Clinic in Scott City loves to take care of your large or small animals as much.
When it comes to auto insurance, we score big with our policyholders. We score on competitive rates, on customer service, and on satisfaction and speedy claim handling. Let us quote your autos today and make you a part of the Trout State Farm team. Call or stop by Michael Trout State Farm and you can be assured of our personal best. Go with the winner, Michael Trout State Farm, Scott City.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
It takes more than just the seed to raise a good crop.
It takes the effort of a great team.
It takes the same teamwork and dedication to be successful on the football field.
Two receiver set to be an option play, being handoff to the fullback Golden. He finds nothing.
Vogelmore Family Farms is proud to be part of Scott community, where together we raise our most important crop of all, our kids.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, finance, financing for your business or any one of our checking and savings account options, we're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agricultural property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes
business.
pride in
The
our
dedicated
community
team in
and
Notar Supply
cheering
is
on our
passionate
students
about
in all the
assisting you
things.
in achieving
Give
maximum
Shapland
net
Real
return
Estate a
per
call
acre
or
by
visit our
delivering
website
unparalleled
today.
agronomic advice and best in customer service. That's how they define success. To serve you better, they have an aerial application service and do it all for a very competitive
Proud supporter of all Scott City activities.
Back here inside the Scott Community Events Center, here your Precision Ag and Seed halftime show. It's a 29-24. Make that a 31-24 Scott City lead here at the break. I don't know why they have 29 on the board. They took 2 points off there. But anyways, it's a lead for Scott City at the break at 31-24. Scott City's led it pretty much for most of the way. Cimarron led for the first part of the first quarter, 9-7, and then Scott City went on a 12-0 run in that first period, led by as many as 10. They led by 8, 19, 11 going in the second quarter. Cimarron has gotten it to within 4 at 28-24 late in the first half, but the Beavers scored the final 3 points of the half. And it's 31-24 here at the break. First half scoring looks like this. Lane Beery has hit 3 threes in the first half. He has 3 of their 4. You almost felt like that's kept him in the game here in this first half. He has 11 points. 4 for Trace Copper. David Mendez with a 3. And 2 each for Zach Lopez and Miguel Ramirez. And that's the scoring in the first half for Cimarron. The Blue Jays had 8 fouls, 12 turnovers, 7 steals, 13 total rebounds, 9 on the defensive glass, and 4 on the offense. For Scott City in the first half, it was Jackson Rumford with 9. 8 for Dylan Mesker. That all came in the first quarter, but then he picked up his 3rd foul with 1:37 to go first half. 7 for Lawson Bailey. So Scott City being led by their big 3 here in the first half. Avery Knoll with 4, Alex Charango with 3. That's been the scoring for Scott City in this first half. They did have total of 7 fouls, 8 turnovers. They also had 5 steals, 12 total rebounds, 9 on the defensive side, and 3 on the offense. 31-24 at the break. Cimarron trailing Scott City at the break of the boys' game. We'll step aside for another 3-minute break. Come back with the rest of your first half stats and get you set up for the second half. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
It's the year-end Big Finish sales event going on.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
Big pace for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
knows for sure what tomorrow will bring. But if there's no rain in your future, a drought can and will happen. Although a long dry spell can ruin your crops, it shouldn't ruin your life. Make sure you secure your future with multi-peril crop insurance from QBE, NAU, and Western Kansas Insurance. You and your family deserve the QBE, NAU peace of mind. See Western Kansas Insurance Services at 310 Court Street in Sky City, Kansas today for more information. NAU Country Insurance Company and this business are equal opportunity providers.
Howdy folks, this is Larry with your local Ace Hardware stores in Ulysses and Scott City. We invite everyone to come in and see that we have a wide variety of merchandise for you, your business or home, and your pets. While we are not your typical hardware stores, we are your local county hardware stores. So come on in and let us ask you, what may we help you find today?
America is at work, from farms to construction sites to factories. Millions of people operate tractors and heavy equipment every day to help keep America strong and growing. When operating dump trucks or equipment with booms or other extensions, watch out for overhead electrical lines. Make sure there's adequate clearance because coming in contact with those lines could result in a tragedy. For more safety information, visit weci.net and click on the Safety tab. An important safety message brought to you by Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life. Your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
29-24, Scott City here leads here at the break. Final first half stats. We'll get to the second half here momentarily. Cimarron shot the ball pretty well in the first half at 10 of 19 for 52%. They were 3 of 8 on threes, 4 of 8 on threes, 6 of 11 on twos, and their only trip to the free throw line, they missed both free throws at 0-2. On the other side, Scott City was 11 of 21 for 52% for the floor in the first half. They hit 4 of 8 threes, 8 of 12 on twos, and then 6 of 10 at the charity line in the first half were the Beavers. Foul trouble becoming big for Scott City. Dylan Metzger had 3. Avery Knoll had 2. Cimarron had 3 players with 2 fouls. Zach Lopez, also Samuel Allen, and Trace Copper. The Beavers at Colby at the Event Center there in Colby on Friday night. Girls to start at 6 with the boys to follow. And then it's Goodland here next Tuesday night to wrap up their pre-Christmas slate. And just like that, they'll be 35% through their regular season. Cimarron will have one more game before the break. They'll host Hugoton Eagles on Friday night. Of course, both of those games on Friday, but both teams are non-league games. Second half officially underway. Cimarron from left to right with Trace Copper, Lane Beery, Samuel Allen, Zach Lopez, and Miguel Ramirez. Scott City out there with Dylan Metzger. Also, Alex Tarango, Jackson Rumford, Lawson Bailey, and Avery Knoll. Now the left corner, he goes to Copper. He'll fire a 3, and he'll knock it down. His 5th 3 of the year, and Cimarron to within 4 here in the opening part of the second half. 31-27, 7:30 to go third quarter. Scott City breaks the press. They'll drive in right side. Metzger almost walked with it out high. Lawson Bailey, he'll drive in. He'll lay it up. Bank shot, no. Couldn't get his own rebound into the hands of Lane Beery. And so I think the scoreboard is wrong. It says 29-27. It should be 31-27. And now wide open for 3, and knocking it down is Allen, and they have 30 points. It should be 31-30, first minute of the second half. Don't know where they lost 2 points from. 17, 21, 24, 31. Should be 31-30. But anyways, here's an answer back 3. Short rebound, Jackson Rumford. That was put up by Metzger. He'll back his way in, go right side, hang, shoots, and got it. Rumford with 11, 33-30, we believe, 6:42 to go third quarter. So Scott City back up here first minute plus of this second half. With it up top is Samuel Allen, goes right to Trace Copper. Copper with it, spin move, goes right, cut off, or guarded by Alex Tarango. And now back up top to Samuel Allen. They have hit 6 of the 10 threes here tonight. A whistle, blocking foul. That'll be on Avery Knoll. That should be his third with 6:18 to go third quarter. And the first of the half on Scott City. I guess we'll go with the scoreboard right now at 31-30. Should be 33-30, I think. Off the screen, here's Copper. Turns down the 3, pulls that mid-range jumper, bank shot short. That was last touch, they'll say, by Rumford. It'll still stay with Cimarron with 6:12 to go, third quarter. 33-30, I believe he just scores 31-30, and they'll whistle travel off the inbounds, 13th Blue Jay turnover, but nonetheless, Scott City has a lead. Lead pass to Avery Knoll, 2-on-1 numbers. Oh, he bounced past it, but right to Alex Tarango, who kicks it out to Lawson Bailey for an open three. Oh, that went halfway in and out, and the rebound goes to Miguel Ramirez for Cimarron. 5:55 to go here in the third quarter. Now working around right side to Samuel Allen. Allen with it. They'll skip it over left side to Copper. Lob it. Driving in, here's Lopez, blocked by Knoll, but right in the hands of Cimarron, who scores underneath with Ramirez. His 5th rebound, and it's, I guess, 32-31 Cimarron. 5.5 to go, third quarter. We'll go with what is on the scoreboard. Bass in the front court to Alex Tarango. And ball knocked out. It'll still stay with the Beavers. As Dylan Duff in for Avery Knoll, as Larius Pepper in for Cimarron, who actually has a 1-point lead right now. 5:20 to go, third quarter. They're on an 8-2 run to take the 1-point lead here. Entry feed to Rumford, pump fakes, goes up, bank shot, good. He has 13, 34, or 33, 32, excuse me. It's 5:05 to go, third period. That's our 7th lead change of the night. Cimarron with the ball, Pepper. Now goes right side to Beery. He'll hang, shoot, bank shot, no. Rebound tipped around, but Cimarron with an offensive board. Lopez, and then it's stolen away. Lead pass down the floor. Metzger catches it, drives in. He gets pushed, looking to drive in. Pepper with his first. Team's first of the half with 4:46 to go here in the third. And first team lob into Rumford, catches it, power dribble, hangs, foots up the hook shot, too strong that time, and Cimarron with the rebound underneath. Zach Lopez, he'll work it out, now pass right side. Here's a three on the way, short rebound, tipped around in the hands of Lawson Bailey. That was put up by Lane Beery. 4.5 to work, third period. Here's Scott City back the other way. Rumford will try a straightaway triple. He'll be short on that one. Rebound that time. Alex Tarango fighting for the rebound, and Scott City gets another crack at it. Now Metzger trying to drive right side. Hangs, shoots. Shot blocked out of there by Copper. It'll still stay with the Beavers of Scott City. As Cimarron brings in two subs in. Alex Whitman and David Mendez in. Here with 4:15 to work, third quarter. Now right side, Lawson Bailey from Duff. Here's a three, too strong. Rebound ripped loose, and it's going to be tracked down by Copper in the corner for Cimarron. Scott City's had a good look. They have not hit a three since the first quarter. The runner might have been partially blocked for Copper. Rebound to Lawson Bailey, who got whacked in the eye. Wanted to foul. Lead pass down the floor to Duff. 3:50 to go, third quarter. Metzger in the right corner with it. And now up top to Duff. Goes left side to Lawson Bailey. Ball deflected, trying to get it to Rumford and stolen away. Scott City's 9th turnover, and Cimarron down one with the ball here with 3:40 to work, third quarter at 33-32. Goes right side with the pass to Lane Beery. In to Lopez. Back out high to Beery. He'll drive in. Now back left side. Here's Whitman. Shot blocked out of there by Rumford into the hands of Alex Tarango. Scott City with a nice spin move. Rumford flips it up and scores it. He has 15, 35-32. 3:14 to go, third quarter. And Rumford with all 6 of Scott City's points this period. Here's Copper back the other way. Bounce pass right side. Hang, shoots. No, and a foul on the floor. They'll say the push on Jackson Rumford is second. Team's second of the half with 3:05 here in the third. Cimarron to bring in a sub. That'll be Miguel Ramirez replacing Zach Lopez. 35-32 Scott City, 3:05 left in the third as the Blue Jays to inbound it in with Trace Copper. They'll get it in backside. Pump fake, hanging, shooting, and banking it off. Rebound tipped around. Follow-up no that time for Whitman, and the third time is a charm. Stayed with the 35-34, 2:54 to go third quarter, and that time Scott City could not box out Whitman, the 6'3 senior. Now Lawson Bailey. Scott City needs to get it across. They find Dylan Metzger, pulls up mid-range, bank shot, no, rebound, tipped, and Cimarron has it. Boy, Metzger hasn't gotten a basket since the first quarter, and the Blue Jays with a chance to retake the lead, we presume, with 2.5 to go third quarter. 35-34 is your score. Right side, it goes over to David Mendez. Up top with it is Lane Beery. And now backdoor cut to Copper underneath the reverse layup. He leaves it too strong. Last touch, they'll say, by Cimarron. It belonged to Scott City. So I guess the score remains 35-34 with 2:14 to go in the third period. It's a 10-6 Blue Jay run. Beavers with it. Now Alex Tarango, right side to Dylan Metzger. Metzger, almost walked with it. Needs help. And they call timeout to avoid the 10 count, does Coach Brian Gentry. It will be a 30. We'll keep it right here with 2:05 to go here in the third period. Basketball here tonight brought to you by Security State Bank, also Spencer Pest Control, State Farm Insurance, Stevens Veterinary Services, Original Grande, Tri-Pac North America, True North Cafe, Turner Sheet Metal, Vogelmore Family Farms, Western State Bank, Western Kansas Insurance, Wheatland Electric, White's Food Line, and Winterland Farms. So I guess it's 35-34 here with late in the third quarter for Scott City. 2:05 to go here in the third. And I apologize for the confusion. I was almost positive Scott City had 2 more points, but I guess they did not. Tarango to inbound it here, and does so in the backcourt to Dylan Metzger. Gets a screen to advance it across. Cimarron applied pressure in the backcourt. Left side, it goes to Duff into Rumford, flips it up and trying to take a charge underneath with Ramirez, and Rumford has 17, 37-34, minute 48 to go third period. And so Scott City pushes their lead back up to 3. Minute 40 to go first half. Up top, here's a screen, a straightaway 3 for Beery. Too strong, long rebound to Beery, lost it, still loose. And that should have been a walk, and it is. That time Mendez had it, and then turnover number 13. Scott City dodges the bullet. They're up 3 as Avery Knoll into the lineup, replacing Dylan Duff. With 1:32 to go third quarter at 37-34 for Scott City. Inbounded in to Knoll, now to Metzger. 1-3-1, three-quarter court press for Cimarron, slowing down Scott City. Now back to Metzger across the timeline, finds Rumford. Holds it, now flips it right side to Knoll. He'll drive in strong, dishes it left side to Tarango. He'll drive the left baseline. His floater too strong. Rebound. Rumford towers over there, gets an offensive board. Pump fakes, splits the defenders, goes up and scores it in his one as he's hammered. 39-34 with 1:10 to go for third period of play. Second team foul on Cimarron this half, and the first foul on Alec Whitman, the 6'3 senior. Rumford, with all 10 of Scott City's points in this third quarter, has 19. Free throw is good, makes it 20 for him, and 40-34 with 1:10 to go third quarter. Larius Pepper replacing David Mendez of Scott City with a 6-point lead late third quarter. 1:05 to work here in the period. High right, it goes to Miguel Ramirez, out high holding it. Scott City playing man-to-man. Rumford has all 11 of Scott City's points in this third quarter, has 20. His third 20-point game of the year in 5 games. 48 seconds to work third quarter. Here's Copper taking it coast to coast, misses a layup, and the rebound to Avery Knoll, and he's fouled. Knoll, the second board of the night. Team foul number 3 on Cimarron this second half. And the second foul on Larius Pepper, the 5'10 junior. Cimarron to apply a little pressure in the backcourt. 44 seconds to go third period. 40-34. Bailey to bring it across. He'll do it completely. The pass to Tarango. Ball deflected in Metzger's hands. Metzger will pull it out high into Rumford to the foul line. Drives left side, backing his way in. Metzger will launch a left wing three. He'll get it. His third three and 11 points. It's a 9-point game. 24 seconds to go third quarter at 43-34. So the Beavers on an 8-0 run to extend their lead to 9 late third quarter. With 15 seconds to work in the period. Crossover dribble. Pepper will drive in, stripped, and still loose. And we're going to get a tie-up. It'll be Scott City's ball with 9.4 to go third quarter. As Rumford got his hands on the loose ball, tying up with Larius Pepper. Back in will be Samuel Allen replacing Lane Beery. Cimarron was staying in this game thanks to the three ball. They've hit 6 threes tonight. Scott City has hit 4. And now with the Lawson Bailey tried to find Metzger, but out of bounds last touch by Whitman with 5.6 seconds to go here in the third at 43-34. Metzger will inbound it. Scott City with a chance to go up double figures here if they can get a basket here. They'll get it into Rumford. He'll hand it off to Metzger with 3 seconds, 2 seconds, step back three on the way. Oh, wide right, and that's the end of your third quarter. Scott City with a 12-10 third quarter run. 14-10 third quarter run as they lead at 43-34 going into the fourth. Come back in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
For a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
As ever to providing you with that level of service. As part of your community, they're here for you, answering insurance questions and helping make sure your financial goals are on track. Contact Farm Bureau agent Neil Baker in Dighton at 620-397-5345 or in Scott City at 620-872-7226. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
It'll be Cimarron Blue Jay basketball to begin the fourth 8 minutes of play. Scott City has extended their lead out to 9, their second largest lead of the night at 43-34. 20 points for Jackson Rumford, 11 for Dylan Metzger for Scott City. Lane Beery with 11 points to lead the Cimarron Blue Jays, who are trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Scott City falling 72 hours ago to Garden City for their first defeat of the year. Here's Copper, pulls up from 16, too strong. Rebound Jackson Rumford for Scott City. His 8th board of the night to go along with 20 points. Metzger whistled. He's going to be called for a travel beforehand, and 10th Scott City turnover with 7:40 to go. So Cimarron with the ball back, down 9, first seconds of this fourth quarter. Scott City wanted to get down the floor in a hurry, and they did, maybe a little too fast there. Larius Pepper guarded by Avery Knoll. Metzger and Knoll each with 3 fouls for Scott City. That's something to keep an eye on. And driving in on him was Ramirez, and now out high to Pepper, who's guarded by Knoll. Right side, it goes to Samuel Allen, guarded by Lawson Bailey. Holds it, looking for a cutter right down the middle. Shot up, no. Rebound, Jackson Rumford. That was put up by Ramirez, and now whistle and a holding foul. That'll be on Samuel Allen, his 3rd, and the team's 4th of the second half on Cimarron with 7:10 to go. Rumford with 9 rebounds, go along with the 20 points. Early here, fourth quarter. 43-34 your score. Into the front court to Avery Knoll. Now to Rumford, drives in, spin move, goes right side with a hook shot, and he's got 22. 45-34, Scott City's largest lead here in the first minute plus of this fourth quarter. 11-point Scott City lead. They're on a 10-0 run. 6:50 to go in the game. Up top with it is Larius Pepper. Goes right side out high to Copper. Now right baseline, the lob to Ramirez. Ball knocked out by Alex Taranga with good defense, and it still remains Blue Jay ball here with 6:43 to go. 45-34 Scott City lead at 11, and Blue Jay was inbound it in the corner. It'll be Trace Copper to do the honors. He'll throw it out high to Larius Pepper. He'll drive in, stripped and stolen away. 16 Cimarron turnover lead pass down the floor to Avery Knoll. He'll drive in. His layup is good. He's at 6. And the Beavers have extended their lead to 47-34. Stolen by Metzger with 6:30 to go. And back-to-back Blue Jay turnover. Scott City up by 13. Left corner to Lawson Bailey. Turns down the 3. He'll drive in. Pull up mid-range. He was fouled on the shot. He'll get 2 free throws with 6:21 to go. Team foul number 5 on Cimarron this half. It's the 4th on Samuel Allen. He has picked up 2 fouls in this fourth quarter in about 50 seconds. 6:21 to go. Bailey at the line. Knocks down the first free throw. 48-34 with 6:21 to go. Scott City now 8-12 at the line as Lane Beery replaces Samuel Allen. Second free throw pending here for the 6'1 senior. He has 8 and make it 9. 49-34, and all of a sudden it's blown up to a 15-point lead, a 14-0 Scott City run here in the last 3 minutes of this game. 6:12 to go. Copper's shot. It's a foul on the floor. Just the third team foul on the Beavers this half. Who do they get this one on? Lane Biggie with the call. The foul on Alex Trango, his first. 6:11 to go, as in will be Brooks Bailey for the first time this half. He will replace Alex Trango. Cimarron to trigger it in underneath their own basket. Bounce pass right corner to Beery. Back up top it goes to Larius Pepper, who will throw it away, trying to get it to Copper. And Cimarron with 3 turnovers here in the first 2 minutes of this fourth quarter. They've only attempted 2 shots in this fourth quarter, and they trail 49-34 with 6:06 left. You see the frustration on Coach Chilton there for Cimarron. He's a longtime assistant at Dodge City. And now pass deflected by Copper, trying to get it to Dylan Metzger. 2 minutes exactly have elapsed here in the fourth. Scott City bouncing back from their season low of 41 points last week. And then we'll get it up high to Jackson Rumford, now to Metzger. 5:55 left in this one. And into Rumford backing his way in. Hook shot, and it crawls off. Bailey tried to get the rebound and was fought for it in the hands of Copper. And right side, Copper, stop, pop, 3, no. Rebound, though, crashing. It was Lopez. He'll go up and miss it and is fouled. Cimarron has fought hard on the glass here tonight. They will head to the line here as they're in the midst of a 5-minute scoring drought. Jackson Rumford picks up foul number 3 with 5:40 to go. And that's the 4th Scott City foul. 49-34, 5:40 to go. Lopez's first free throw off the back iron. Mendez in for Larius Pepper. Second free throw coming up here. Lopez, 2 points tonight, averages just under 8 a game. He missed them both. Cimarron 0 of 4 at the line, and Bailey collects the board for Scott City, who leads it by 15 with 5.5 left. Bailey to Dylan Metzger. Still in the backcourt, and they get it across to Brooks Bailey. He'll drive the right baseline, hangs. Shot up, no, but no right there for the foul. No, but the late whistle and a foul. He'll get 2 free throws. Will the junior Avery Knoll. He has 6 points and 3 rebounds tonight. Team foul number 6 on Cimarron this second half. The first on Lane Beery. Beery with the foul. Knoll at the line. He's 4 of 8 on the year, make it 4 of 9. But if he's a true 50% free throw shooter like he has been all year, he's going to make this second one and give Scott City their 50th point of the night. Oh, man. Oh, he lost it, or missed them both, but Rumford saved it into play, but in the hands of Ramirez. And now we're going to get a hack on Scott City. 5:18 to go. Scott City now is 9 of 15 at the line. The foul on Lawson Bailey is first. 5th Scott City foul of the half. Out is Avery Knoll as Coy Vance is in. 5:18 to go at 49-34. Copper takes it across. He'll drive left side, guarded by Bailey, now in the lane. Will throw it up high to Miguel Ramirez. Ramirez goes right side to David Mendez. Mendez, with 4:58 to go, still with a dribble out high, a 15-point Scott City lead. They have been scoreless for quite some time. They pulled to within 35-34 with 2:54 to go third quarter, and Beery's fouled on the three. He'll get 3 free throws. And Brooks Bailey fouls for the first time, the team's 6th. Beery to the line. He has 3 threes tonight and has 11 points to lead the Blue Jays. It's been a 14-0 Scott City run. They have the first 6 points of the fourth quarter, and first to 3. Charity tosses is short. Get 2 more here. Cute. Second at 3 coming up is good. That's the first free throw made for Cimarron tonight. It ends a long scoring drought for the Blue Jays with 4:47 to go at 49-35. Ends a 6-minute, 7-second drought and a 14-0 run. Third free throw crawls off, and Rumford now with a double-double and officially underneath the Metzger. He'll go up high off the glass, too strong. Rebound, Metzger somehow gets it through traffic. He'll pull it back out and almost double-dribbled in the process. Finds Coy Vance, will drive the left baseline, bullet pass, and saved in a play. Nope, he stepped on the sideline. Did Brooks Bailey, and turnover number 11 on Scott City here with 4.5 that is to go. 49-35 is your score. Cimarron made a flurry in that third quarter. They went on an 8-2 run and took a 32-31 lead. Then they led 30-29, excuse me, and then they led 31-30. And then Scott City's led since then. Pump fake shot up, in and out, too strong for Lopez, and Rumford adds to his 22-point, 11-rebound performance. Just below his season average of rebounds by 1. The bullet pass to Rumford, and he's going to lose it out of bounds, and Scott City with back-to-back turnovers. Game has kind of slowed down and has gotten choppy here as of late. As Samuel Allen back in with his 4 fouls, replacing Zach Lopez with 4:04 to go. 49-35, Scott City with the lead, and Cimarron with the ball. Right side, it goes over to Mendez. He'll drive to the foul line over Coy Vance, knocks it down. Mendez with 5, 49-37 with 3:48 to go. Cimarron with the last 3 of the game. Down the floor to Vance, catches it, bank shot good behind the Cimarron press. Vance, his first basket, 51-37 with 3:38 to go. 3.5 to go. Chase Copper, stop and go, drives right side, launches one, hits the side of the backboard, and rebound in the hands of Lawson Bailey, who has 8 boards tonight. Gets it poked away, and it's stolen by Beery. Scott City with their 3rd turnover in the last 4 possessions here with 3:20 to go. Right corner to goes Copper, thinking about taking the 3 over the 6'5 run for the 5'8 sophomore. Drive in, his reverse layup short. Scott City's done a good job on him tonight, and Rumford with the board with 3:05 to go. Bounce pass to Lawson Bailey. He'll pass it right baseline. Vance, he fumbles it out of bounds, and that's turnover number 14. In is going to be Larius Pepper. 3:01 to go, and Scott City will have a big game at Colby on Friday night. I'm sure they're watching tonight. The Eagles 3-0 on the year, winning that topside tip-off in Goodland over the weekend. They were scheduled to play Holcomb tonight. That game got called off, and good hustle play by Vance with 2:50 to go. Eloy Ruelas, Dylan Duff in, Coy Vance, Brooks Bailey exit with 2:50 to go. Ball inbounded into Ramirez. Now stolen away. Scott City with numbers. Turnover. Here's Eloy Ruelas in transition. His layup is good. He's got his first basket. 53-37 with 2:40 to go. Off the 19th Blue Jay turnover of the night. 16-point lead. Scott City has grown it by 7 in the fourth quarter on a 10-3 run, and the Blue Jays will throw it away. Their 20th turnover of the night. Here with 2:31 left. It got a little dicey there in the third quarter for the Beavers, but they've started to separate themselves here as of late. Up 16. Bailey with it. The return game, by the way, the 27th of January to Cimarron. That'll cap toward the league standings. Metzger with it out high 2:15 to work. 53-37, Scott City advantage up top to Rumford. Spin move at high, guarded by Mendez. He has 22 to lead the Beavers tonight. 2:05 left. Right side to Ruella. Scott City can burn some clock off if they want to, and they'll throw it away. Turnover number 15. They've had 6 fourth-quarter turnovers as Trace Copper checks in. That was one of those passes didn't need to make, but you learn as you go, as you grow as a sophomore on the court. 53-37, minute 55 to go. Copper with it out high, guarded by Ruelas. Goes left with the pass to Samuel Allen. Allen guarded by Metzger. They both have battle foul trouble. Now here's a catch and shoot three. Short. Rebound tipped out high, and it's into the hands of Beery. He'll drive in, back up top to Allen. And now right side to Copper. He'll go around the screen. Drives to the right elbow, back to Allen. Looking to feed it in. Pepper underneath with possession. Poked away, and Scott City forces Cimarron to their 21st turnover with a minute 26 to go. Duff now to Jackson Rumford to bring it across. Dribbles behind the back. Coach Brian Gentry sends 4 to check in. Next dead ball. Rumford up top with it. Now hands it off to Metzger. He'll try a 3. Short. Barely draws iron. Maybe getting a little tired there. Rebound to Miguel Ramirez. Not a lot in that. Here's Beery. He'll fire up a 3, and he'll see that rim off. Ruelas grabs the board underneath for Scott City. 1 minute to go. 53-37, baseball pass down the floor. Metzger will drive in. He'll bank it up for his 13th point and put the icing on the cake. 55-37, and 52.5 to go. We'll pause momentarily for the station ID. Back after the station identification, this is Beaver basketball. We'll keep it right here with 52.5 seconds to go as Scott City brings in Cade Bonville, 6'3 junior, Sage Stecklein, the 6'3 junior, and Camden Volgamore in there as well. And driving in a blocking foul, it's going to be a foul on the floor, I believe. That'll be the 17th foul. And Copper to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 with 46.2 to go in a 55-37 Scott City lead. I believe that was on Brooks Bailey. Yep, it was his second. 1-and-1 for Trace Copper, who has 7 points tonight, held to half of a season average. Cimarron 1 of 7, make it 2 of 8 at the line as Copper with his 8th point, 55-38, 46.2 to go. The Beavers are going to get to 4-1 after one of their better starts in a long time. Road doesn't get easier here before Christmas break as Copper drains them both, making it 55-39. This has been an improved Cimarron team, I'd have to say, from last year overall. 38 seconds to go up top to Camden Volgamore. Now left side to Brooks Bailey. Back up top to Stecklein. Right side to Volgamore. Back up top. Oh, too high for Eloy Ruelas, and it's going to be a Copper steal. And he'll drive in, split the defenders, count it, and 1, and make it 55-41 with 24.1 to go. Scott City with their 16th error of the night and the Reigns team foul. And Brooks Bailey picks up foul number 3 with 24.1 to go. Copper back at the line. He has the last 4 for Cimarron at 11 points tonight and make it point number 12. 55-42. 24 seconds to go. Stecklein. Here's Brooks Bailey into the front court to Eloy Ruelas. Back up top to Volgamore with 15 seconds. Oh, ball thrown away. Good defense by Beery, the steal. Out high now down the middle, driving in, shot up and no, but 2 free throws coming up for Zach Lopez with 7.6 to go. Team foul number 9 on Scott City. That foul on Sage Stecklein is first. 55-42. Scott City led by as many as 18. It's now down to still a 13-point game as that one crawled around the rim and dropped off for Lopez. Cimarron's going to drop their 3rd straight game. They'll have a very good Hugoton team at home on Friday. David Mendez in for Trace Copper. He'll finish with 12 on the night. second free throw up as well, and it is in and out. Rebound tipped around. Bonneville couldn't get it in the hands. Bank shot good for Whitman, making it 55-44, and that'll be it. Final score, 55-44. Scott City gets to 4-1 on the year. Cimarron drops to 2-3. Post game coming up after this 3-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
Great Western Tire is happy to be a part of the Scott City community. They have what you need. Alignment. Great Western Tire. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays, 8 to 1. Visit their locations at Colby, Oakley, and Scott City.
Weathers Land and Livestock wishes the Scott City Beavers good luck during the 2022-2023 season. They are proud to support the Scott City Beavers on Mix 94.5 KSKL. Hard work, dedication, persistence are the keys to success for a great season in athletics, activities, and in the classroom. Good luck, Beavers, from Weathers Land and Livestock.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain attractive places to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, give us a call at 620-872-3790 or visit our website at scottcf.org. We are Scott Community Foundation, securing our community's future.
Preparation pays, on the field and in life. I'm Michael Trout with State Farm in Scott City. If something happened and you weren't here tomorrow, would your family be provided for? Life insurance is just the right thing to do, the way to be prepared. Stop by or give us a call at Michael Trout State Farm. We can work with you to find the best life insurance plan that fits your needs or make sure you have it. This isn't something to put off another day. On the field of life, be prepared. Michael Trout State Farm in Scott City.